tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks broadcast with high definition and audio via Boxcast. You can tune into the game on the Ducks official Facebook page or YouTube channel, as well as the team's official liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in. Stand by for complete coverage of today's game. The box is now open for individual ticket sales. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can also purchase your tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX, going online to liducks.com, or visiting our mobile app. Season ticket packages and 10-game mini plans are also available. To find out more information and secure your seats, please call 631-940-3885. Someone in our office. Get your business recognized by hundreds of thousands of Long Islanders. Advantage of the advertising sponsorship opportunities currently available with the Ducks. For more information, please call 631-940-3825, extension 106, or check us out on the web at liducks.com. The Ducks offer many packages of groups with as little people to as many as 2,000. Block seating, game and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive Smoke and Owls party deck, and so much more. In addition, group the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, such as performing the national anthem or tailored with the Duck Dream Team. Group ticket packages are on sale now. For more information on Ducks group outings, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. Speak with our group sales department. Official Long merchandise, fine memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more. Then be sure to check out the Waddle Inn Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at by clicking the merchandise icon. For more information, please contact our Merchant Relations Manager at 631-940-3825, extension 110. And 14 can become members of the Federal Ducks Kids Club. Now, kids will receive a unique gift pack to take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign up, Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825, extension 102. Quacker Jack, voted by as the Island mascot, is now available for appearances at parties throughout the community. Please contact the Relations Department at 631-940-3825, extension 102 to find out more information. Book an appearance. Thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Broadcast Network. Today's game will be momentarily. You're tuned in to Duck. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast begins. Every game that will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with video and audio via Boxcast. Tune into the game on the Ducks official page or YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in. For complete game. The box office is now open for individual ticket sales. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can also purchase your tickets by calling 31940-TIXX, going online to liducks.com, or visiting our mobile app. Season ticket packages and 10-game mini plans are also available. To find out more information for your seats, please call 631-940-3825 to speak with someone in our ticket office. Get your business recognized by hundreds of thousands of Long Islanders by taking advantage of the advertising and sponsorship opportunities currently available with Long Island Ducks. For more information, please call 631-940-3825, extension 106, or check us out on the web at liducks.com. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups with as little as 25 to as many as 2,000. We offer seating, and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive smoke party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, performing the national anthem or taking the Ducks as the dream team. Group packages are on now. For more information on Ducks group outings, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours to speak with our group department. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard to find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to shop the official merchandise store. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking the merchandise icon. For more information, please contact our Merchandise and Client Relations Manager at 631-940-3825, extension 110. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Now, kids get a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For information on how to sign up, please contact the Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825, 102. Cracker Jack, voted by fans as the best mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please contact the Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825, 102 to find out more information and to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily. You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page or YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. The box office is now open for individual sales. Box office hours are Monday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can also purchase your tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX, going online to liducks.com, or visiting our mobile app. Season packages and 10-game mini plans are also available. To find out more information and secure your seats, please call 631-940-3825 to speak with someone in our office. Get your business recognized by hundreds of thousands of Long Islanders by taking advantage of the advertising and sponsorship opportunities currently available with the Long Island Ducks. For more information, please call 631-940-3825, extension 106, or check us out on the web at liducks.com.
This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Justin Davies at the plate, the winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on, bouncing ball left side, off the mitt, up third baseman Brad Stroud. Comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one quack away from the championship. Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch. Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Adam Bailey, he settles under it. He makes catch. Adam Bailey makes the catch, and for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions. His Lions, he fields, throws to first. The comeback is complete. From 2-0 down in the series, the Long Island Ducks have won 3 in a row at home, and for the 5th time in franchise history, they will head to the Atlantic League Championship Series.
And now, time for the Ducks pregame show.
We are live here at BB&T Point in High Point. It is time once again for Long Island Ducks baseball. On this Thursday evening, it is the final game of a three-game series, the rubber game of the series, as the Long Island Ducks take on the High Point Rockers. Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Pollack. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play for all of tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in here on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network, coming to you on liducks.com, Facebook Live, and youtube.com/DucksBaseball. Well, it's been back-to-back shutouts in this series so far, the first series ever between these two teams. The Rockers with an 11-0 thumping of the Ducks on Tuesday night in the series opener, and the Ducks returned the favor yesterday with a 7-0 shutout of their own, a matinee affair between the Ducks and the Rockers here at BB&T Point, and it was Sean Nolan on the mound, and then the Ducks offense, which sprung to life, a much-needed awakening of this Ducks offense, which has past three games, all losses, and boy, did the Ducks come out swinging yesterday to the tune of 7 runs and 14 hits en route to the 7-0 shutout win. As we go through the highlights of yesterday's game, it all Long Island in the second inning when L.J. Mazzilli reached on an error by shortstop Michael Baca. A one-out single would follow by Lou Ford, and up to the plate stepped David Washington. Pitch on the way, and Washington smacks one on the ground to the right side of the infield and threw a base hit for David Washington. Mazzilli will round third. He will score. Ford will stop at second. It's an RBI single for David Washington. Ducks strike first. They lead it 1-0 in the second inning. So Washington's RBI single put the Ducks on top against Steven Johnson, the Rockers starter, yesterday. And then in the third inning, back-to-back singles by Ray Fuentes and Steve Lombardozzi got the Ducks started. And with one out, Mazzilli came to the bat. 2-2. Back in the left field. That is a base hit for L.J. Mazzilli. Around third, Fuentes, he'll score as the ball goes down the line. Going for third, Lombardozzi. And in at second with an RBI double is L.J. Mazzilli. Gets another base hit, drives in another run, and the Ducks' lead is 2. Steven Johnson would settle down over the next 2 innings, keeping the Ducks off the in the 4th and the 5th. But in the 6th inning, with one out, David Washington and Ramon Cabrera picked up back-to-back singles. For Washington, it was his 3rd hit of the game. Out of the game came Johnson, in came Akil Morris, and Randall Moreno gave him the rude greeting. Morris ready, here's the pitch. Moreno a line drive towards the middle, and it's past the diving try of Ladendorf. A base hit to center. In to score is Washington. The second goes Cabrera. Randall Moreno with an RBI single, and the Ducks lead it 3-0. Ducks had a 3-0 lead in the 6th inning. Fast forward one more inning, and it would be the big one for the Ducks against Morris, who went back to the mound following 2 outs to end the 6th. He walked Kirk Neuenhuis to lead off the inning. A stolen base moved him to second. He would advance to third on a fly ball, and up came Matt Dendecker. First pitch to Matt Dendecker. He swings and lines one in the air to center. Cardullo on the run. He dives and can't make the catch for a base hit. Neuenhuis will trot in from third. Dendecker slides in safely at second with an RBI double. And the Ducks add an insurance run. They lead it 4-0. So Dendecker's RBI double makes it a 4-run lead for the Ducks. Lou Ford would reach on an infield single to short. A sac fly to left by David Washington would bring home Matt Dendecker. And up to the plate stepped Ramon Cabrera. And the 2-2. High fly ball deep to right field. Back goes Mazzola to the track. Into the corner. He looks up at the wall, and you can forget it. A 2-out home run over the right field wall. Cabrera, his first long ball of the season. It's a 4-run 7th inning for the Ducks, and they now lead it 7-0. First home run of the year for Ramon Cabrera. The Ducks had a 7-0 lead at that point. They would go on to win by that score because on the mound was Sean Nolan for the Ducks yesterday, who won his 4th consecutive appearance, his 3rd straight as a starter. Took a no-hitter actually into the 7th inning yesterday, facing the minimum 18 batters over the first 6 innings. Gave up a base hit to Tyler Ladendorf that led off the 7th, but did not allow another hit. 7 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, struck out 4. He earned the win. Vin Mazzara worked around 2 singles to pitch a scoreless 8th. He struck out 2. And George Contos worked around an infield single that began the 9th to pitch a scoreless 9th inning and give the Ducks the 7-0 win. Sean Nolan improving to 4-0. Steven Johnson with the loss, falling to 2-1 on the year. Take a break here on the pregame show. When we come back, I'll sit down with former Duck and current High Point Rocker shortstop Giovanni Alfonso.
Hey fans, manager Wally Backman, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Broadcast Network.
We asked people across Long Island, what does energy efficiency mean to you?
Energy efficiency? It means finding ways to save a few dollars on my electric bill each month.
PSEG Long Island is introducing smart technologies that let you control just how much energy you use.
To me, it really is important to keep Long Island green so future generations can enjoy our island's beauty.
And we're partnering on renewable sources that will keep Long Island sustainable for generations. Discover all of our energy efficiency programs at psegLiny.com/efficiency.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
Well, we are back here in High Point, North Carolina, getting ready for the rubber game of a 3-game series between the Long Island Ducks and the High Point Rockers. Caught up before the game with Gio Alfonso, who, if you remember, was a Duck back in 2017 and came into the year not guaranteed one of the 4 main infield positions, but boy, did he succeed. Got the opportunity to start mainly at third base and only went on the team in batting with a .309 average. So I caught up with Gio before today's ball game to talk about his first season here with the Rockers.
Giovanni, back here, second season in the Atlantic League, but your first obviously with the Rockers. How has your experience been thus far with the Atlantic League's newest ball club?
So far, it's been awesome. Ken's done a great job putting a first-class organization together. Jamie and Billy obviously put a phenomenal roster together. So it's been fun being back in the Atlantic League, playing at fields that I'm used to and accustomed to playing against. But it's awesome, being a part of this inaugural season with the Rockers.
You talk about Jamie and Billy. Obviously, reunited with Billy, who was the pitcher on Long Island when you were there in 2017. What was your first reaction getting to be teammates again with Billy?
I was excited because we've kept in touch since we left Long Island, and each year we talk about getting back together. So getting the opportunity to come to High Point with Billy was it was a fun process going through it, and we were very excited.
You talk about this organization being built first class, obviously a first class facility here in BB&T Point. What's the experience been like playing on it all? More grass and dirt?
It's been pretty good. Everything's been pretty natural. All the hops have been pretty natural, so there's no bad hops at home. My range has been great going left to right at shortstop, so I've liked it so far. And then like I said, with my range base running, you feel like you're flying when you're on the turf. So I've loved it. It plays pretty quick in the gaps, but for us, since we practiced on it since spring training, we've gotten pretty used to it. So it's interesting watching the other teams come in and try out the turf for a little while.
Does it make life difficult for you after playing on this for a series to then go on the road for a week or so and have to play back on the dirt and the grass?
For some guys, I think so, but I think I take the positive out of it. I'm creating good habits by, not worrying about bad hops. So taking my good habits to a natural field and field going away. So I think either way, I think the turf's helping me. For other guys, I can see where they can be a little bit uncomfortable.
Take me back to 2017, your first year in the Atlantic League. Of course, you're a member of the Ducks. Coming into this season, didn't have necessarily a true spot guaranteed to you on the infield. But the next year, you're leading the team in batting. How was that season for you?
I talk about it all the time. That was by far my favorite year in pro ball. I learned a lot. As much as well as I was doing, I think I learned more than I found success. Working with guys, with Ruben Gotay and Delta Cleary Jr. and Elmer Reyes, names go on and on. I learned so much in every aspect of the game, and I think everything that I've gone through after that, I've always gone back to that 17 year. Going with the Mets last year, everything that I went through, my routines, talking to other players, trying to be a mentor, being older than everybody else, it all attributes back to how those guys were with me.
How was that experience for you, going from being in the Atlantic League where you're kind of the young guy with all these veteran players, guys who have been in the big leagues, to Columbia where you're probably the veteran in a club, guys that are 20 and 21?
I think it was a good jump, and it was another I guess learning situation for me. I think I had to figure out how those guys, how Ruben and Delta and those guys me, and then kind of be that guy for those guys in the system with the Mets, because a lot of those guys, it was their first time through, and they were scared and nervous and didn't know how things worked. And when Rovers came into town, they were always looking over their backs, and me being able to have gone through that with the Marlins, and then listening to experiences with the guys from the Ducks, I think I was able to just kind of calm some guys down and kind of say, hey, you don't have a say in what happens. Just go out there and play the game that you love. And I think it was a good experience to be on both sides of the spectrum, especially for me. So now that I'm in the middle of it here with the Rockers, I can just play without worrying about too much.
Finally, you look across the diamond at that Ducks team right now at 17-9. What are your initial impressions of that ball club this year?
They're a good ball club. I mean, their record speaks for themselves, but when you look at the lineup top to bottom, it doesn't matter who's playing that day and who. It's a big league lineup. With Wally over there and Lou Ford, that they're going to put out the best guys that they can, and I know Faf's doing a great job putting this roster together. So we know coming into this series that they're going to be a tough team to beat, and this was going to be a big series for us. Being that it's our first season, we wanted to come in and make a statement, but. It's going to be a good game tonight, a big game tonight for us, both mentally and for the whole season itself. But I think a lot of momentum goes for both sides with the win tonight.
Thanks so much for the time, Gio. Always a pleasure to see you, and best of luck here with the Rockers.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks a lot.
That is, of course, 2017 Long Island Duck Gio Alfonso, who hit .309 that year for the Ducks, led the team in batting, and helped the Ducks to a second consecutive Atlantic League Championship Series appearance. Take a break. When we come back, we'll look at the pitching matchup for the rubber game of the series tonight between the Ducks and the Rockers, and then we'll have the starting lineups and first pitch as these two tangle at 6:30.
Hey fans, this is pitching coach Ed Lynch, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The way and the tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Duck? You can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
We are back here in High Point, North Carolina, as we get ready for today's series finale between the Long Island Ducks and the High Point Rockers. Let's go through the pitching matchup for tonight's game. And for the Long Island Ducks, right-handed pitcher Asher will be making the start today. This was originally supposed to be the turn through the rotation for Bennett Perry, but yesterday Perry's contract getting purchased by the Pericos de Puebla of the Mexican League. So Bennett Perry will be heading down south to the Mexican League, and so Alec Asher, who also pitched last Saturday like Perry, will make the start. He's on normal rest, so nothing too tricky for Asher. This will be his second start of the season, his second in the Ducks uniform. He pitched last Saturday, Game 2 of the doubleheader against New Britain, and pitched fairly well. 4 hits in 4 innings, but only allowed 1 run. It was earned. Walked 1 batter, struck 1 as well. Unfortunately, the Ducks bullpen faltered that night, and as the Ducks fell 12-2 to the Bees, so Asher will certainly be looking to extend how far he goes in his outing tonight and hoping to continue his work. Overall, 1-0 this year with an ERA of 4. He has pitched in 4 games, first 2 with the Skeeters, and now the most recent 2 with the Long Island Ducks, and obviously this will be his first ever appearance against the High Point Rockers. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, it's going to be right-hander Matt Sergey who gets the start
for the Rockers. Sergey is in his first season with High Point, 1-0 record, and has a 0.90 ERA. He had actually made a couple starts earlier this year, but suffered an injury. He pitched on opening night here and actually had a no-hitter going before losing it, and ultimately ended up suffering an injury, a leg injury that kept him out of action. He last pitched in relief on May the 14th, but has not started since opening night here at this ballpark on May the 2nd, and so he'll be back in the rotation and getting the start tonight. Last year, Sergey was a member of the Sugarland Skeeters and compiled a record of 4-5 overall. He had a 4.47 ERA, 13 appearances, 11 of those starts, struck out 54 batters, and walked just 14 in 58 1/3 innings of work. So it'll be a pair of righties on the mound. Alec Asher gets the start for the Ducks. Matt Sergey gets the start for the High Point Rockers. We are going to step aside one more time here on the pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups for both teams, and then it's first pitch. Ducks and the Rockers battling it out tonight for the series victory here at BB&T Point.
Hey fans, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Imagine you can't feel your arm, you can't speak, there's a blood clot in your brain, you're having a stroke. You're taken to the Stroke and Brain Aneurysm Center at Good Samaritan Hospital, the South Shore's only comprehensive stroke center. Now imagine a team of neurosurgeons with the most advanced equipment, pinpointing the blood clot and the quickest way to remove it. And imagine coming home with no side effects. The Stroke and Brain Aneurysm Center at Good Samaritan Hospital, 631-376-4444, a member of Catholic Health Services.
Tickets for your Long Island Ducks are on sale now. With 20 fireworks shows, new on-field promotions, and premium giveaways throughout the season, don't miss out on all the family fun at Bethpage Ballpark.
Hey Ducks fans, it's Wally Backman, manager of your Long Island Ducks. I'm looking forward to seeing you at the ballpark this year. Get tickets at liducks.com.
For tickets, call 631-940-TIXX or head to liducks.com.
Just about ready to go here today at BB&T Point. The High Point Rockers are taking the field, exiting the first base dugout and heading out to their positions, wearing their usual home white uniforms. And the Ducks, who are in the alternate black uniforms, coming out of their third base dugout, which means it is just about time for today's national anthem. These two teams just about neck and neck in the standings thus far this season. The Ducks, with their win yesterday, leapfrogging back over High Point. Ducks are 17-9, the Rockers 16-9, so they have played one less game than the Ducks have, and Long Island with a half-game lead. Let's turn things over now to the public address for today's rendition of our national anthem.
By Dennis Smith. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in there, came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, land of the free and the home of the brave.
Dennis Smith with today's national anthem here at BB&T Point. Beautifully done, and we are just about ready for baseball on another beautiful evening tonight here in North Carolina. The weather has been fantastic for all three games of this series. It's been a bit on the warm side, there's no question about it. Early this season, especially up in the Northeast, it's been kind of chilly, but down here it has been beautiful. Sunnies, 80s, just gorgeous weather, and very few clouds in the sky here as the sun continues to set behind the stands behind home plate. Let's go through the starting lineups for the two teams this evening. For the Long Island Ducks, leading things off will be the center fielder Ray Fuentes, batting second, and playing shortstop is Steve Lombardozzi. The right fielder Kirk Neuenhuis sits in the number 3 slot, and the cleanup hitter is the second baseman, that is L.J. Mazzilli. Batting fifth, playing left field, Matt Dendecker. The 6th hitter and designated hitter is Lou Ford. David Washington plays first base. He bats seventh. The catcher and 8-hitter Hector Sanchez. And rounding out the order for the Long Island Ducks is their third baseman, Rando Moreno. And again, the Ducks will be facing right-hander Matt Sergey of the Rockers. On the other side for the Rockers, Tyler Ladendorf leads off. He's the second baseman. Batting second, playing center field, Breland Almadova. The 3-hitter and third baseman is Hector Gomez. And in the cleanup spot is the right fielder. That is Steven Cardullo. Hitting fifth, playing left field is Quincy Lattimore. The 6-hitter and catcher is Brett Austin. Batting in the 7th spot is the first baseman, Miles Schroeder. The 8-hitter and designated hitter is Richie Schaefer. And rounding out the order today for the Rockers will be their shortstop, and that is Giovanni Alfonso. Well, we have a brief delay here. I'm not quite sure why. The right-hander Matt Sergey was beginning to warm up for the Rockers, and now all of a sudden it looks like he has walked off the field to the first base side. It also looks like a bunch of the Rockers players are making their way off the field. And I wonder if this has to do with the sun. Earlier in this series, I've heard from a few players and a few team representatives that the sun, which is setting behind the home plate area, that the ballpark wasn't exactly configured properly, and that home plate, behind home plate, is where the sun sets. They actually installed some black screens below the roof of the ballpark and above the main concourse behind home plate to kind of shade the sun out for the center fielder and some of the pitchers. But it looks like Matt Sergey was having trouble with the sun as he was looking in towards the plate. And now the rest of the Rockers, with the exception of 2 or 3 players, have made their way off the field. And it looks like we're going to have a bit of a delay at the start of this game because of it. They were able to get underway on time on Tuesday night, which was also a 6:30 start. Yesterday was a morning affair at 10:30, so that didn't have as much of an effect. But it looks like that sun setting behind home plate, shining bright on pretty much the entire part of the field except for home plate and the foul territory along the first and third base line. Everything else is still in the sun. And again, it looks like a bunch of the Rockers players have all made their way off the field. The Ducks are kind of looking puzzled in the third base dugout. A few of the players are outside the dugout, one of whom is talking with tonight's home plate umpire, Benny Pigg. Have not heard any sort of public address announcement yet about exactly what is going on and when the game will begin. But again, it looks like we will start this game in a little bit of a delay because of the sun that is setting behind home plate. I can't think of any other reason other than maybe Matt Sergey being injured again and not being able to take the mound, but there's no reason the rest of the fielders would have had to come off the field. There's nobody warming in the bullpen right in front of us down the right field line. So again, we will have a bit of a delay here to begin. The 3-man umpiring crew all talking things over right now on the third base side of the infield. And a couple of players that were out on the field for the Rockers have now made their way back to the first base dugout. Well, for those who are tuning in here, we do give you as much of an apology as we can about the viewpoint. Not as ideal as we do have in many of the other ballparks around the Atlantic League, and of course at home at Bethpage Ballpark, with the behind home plate view, the broadcast booth and setup here at BB&T Point, set up down the right field line. So that is the vantage point we are able to provide you. Again, we apologize for that, but would appreciate you tuning in, and of course we'll be as descriptive as possible in calling all the action. We're able to show you the entire infield basically, so you can see what's going on in the infield, and anything to the outfield, of course. We'll do the best to give you as descriptive an action as possible. Well, while we wait out this delay, we're going to send you to the audio soundtrack of the Ducks 2004 Championship DVD, and as soon as we have any further information for you as to the status of today's game and when it will begin, we'll be sure to let you know. Again, I believe this has to do with the sun that is setting behind the stands, behind home plate. It seems as though Matt Sergey, the starting pitcher, as he was doing his warm-ups, was pointing towards that way and saying something to the umpires about it. We have yet to hear any sort of public address announcement in regards to the delay at the start of this game, but that is what it appears to be the case. It is not raining. The weather is gorgeous, except for the fact that I guess when the sun sets, it makes life a little bit difficult for these players to see as they look in towards home plate. So again, we'll send you to the audio soundtrack of the championship DVD from 2004, and we'll let you know of today's game as soon as possible.
You're listening to the soundtrack of the Ducks Championship DVD, 2004 Long Island Ducks, A Season to Remember. The Long Island Ducks baseball game is currently being delayed due to inclement weather. We will update you on the status of the game as soon as possible, and thanks for listening to Long Island Ducks baseball exclusively here on liducks.com. We now return you to our trip down memory lane. Hi, I'm Chris King, the radio and TV voice of your Long Island Ducks. 2004 was a very special season for the Ducks, both on and off the field. From the first pitch of spring until the final of their championship victory, there were passes, nail-biting wins, and enough excitement to last a lifetime. During the trip to the Atlantic League playoffs, each of their 6 games was decided by just one run, the Ducks winning 5 of them. In putting together this championship, we'll take a walk down memory lane and take you step by step through the Long Island Ducks 2000 Atlantic League Championship. Through their first 4 seasons of play and still had never qualified for a spot. After a winter full of organizational meetings and player signings, the team headed down to spring training loaded with talent, brimming with confidence, and eager to prove that this team was different.
Well, when we got down to spring training, it was realized that this was kind of a special group of guys, and we all clicked from the very beginning. And our mission was, you know, if we're going to be in the independent league and nobody's going to give us an opportunity to go play in organized ball, then we're going to try to do the absolute best that we can with our team. And like I said, we a special talent and a special group of guys, and it was our goal to go out and win the championship.
He is all business on that 5th day. I tell you, he has his good times and whatever, and keeps everybody loose up to that point, and then, it's business day.
I expect to win, and I expect to win pretty much with the whole pitching staff. When you get Bill out there, he's going to fight you. He's going to fight you to the end. He never wants to come out, and that's always good.
Of the 25 players on Long Island's opening day roster, 14 had major league experience, highlighted by a pitching staff that featured Bill Pulsifer, Matt Beach, Matt DeWitt, Bill Seamus, and Lance Davis, all of whom had experienced success at the big league level.
Every spring training, especially with the Ducks, you go into it of not knowing how long you're going to keep your guys, and that's always a concern. But when we walked out on the field the first day, when Pulsifer and Seamus showed up, there was no longer any worry of what type of clubhouse we were going to have. The camaraderie was there just with those 2 individuals, and as a coach, as a manager, your camaraderie is good. It solves a lot of problems. So everybody else was going to fit into place. All the guys that we had from the previous year, we knew were very good guys, very good individuals, and we pride ourselves with the Ducks of bringing in good individuals, not just statistics, but they got to be good people to play here. And as soon as we had those 2 guys, we knew we were set.
As the season began, Long Island came out of the gates on fire, emerging victorious in each of their first 6 games.
4, and the Ducks win the game. Final score, Long Island Ducks 5, Pennsylvania Road Warriors 4.
By the end of the season's first month, Long Island was on a roll, in first place with a 16-7 record.
We had a lot of guys returning from the year before. It was myself and Barty and Doug and JJ and stuff. Well, those guys, I know they remember the hurt that we felt in that last game and how close we were to it. And then getting guys like Pulsifer and Seamus and Lance and Beach and those guys in the beginning of the year, we knew we had a staff that could take us all the way. Of course, the big question was how long were we going to have them for? Which comes across every year with the Ducks, is that we start off great and somehow or another the guys get picked up, which is what the league is for, and but it hurts our team club, and we never seem to make the playoffs because we got guys leaving, and sometimes you just can't replace those guys.
By mid-June, however, 3 of Long Island's top pitchers had been signed to Major League organizational deals. Clint was first to go, followed by Matt DeWitt and Matt Beach. Following their departures, the Ducks hit a skid, and, following a July 5th loss at the hands of the Nashua Pride, themselves 1 game behind the arch-rival Bridgeport Bluefish with just 7 games remaining in the season's first half. Despite regaining their footing in the following series against Pennsylvania, the Ducks found themselves needing a sweep of Bridgeport in the half's final series in order to earn a berth in the Atlantic League playoffs. All the Bluefish needed was 1 victory in the 3-game set, and the Ducks' playoff hopes would be dashed yet again. And the Ducks would have to do it against their arch rivals on the road in a ballpark in which playoff dreams died in the last week of the 2000 season. They'd also have to do it in a ballpark where they'd only won 13 in 37 games coming into the season. You're listening to the soundtrack of the Ducks Championship DVD, 2004 Long Island Ducks, A Season to Remember. The Long Island Ducks baseball game is currently being delayed due to inclement weather. We will update you on the status of the game as soon as possible, and thanks for Long Island Ducks baseball exclusively here on LIDucks.com. We now return you to our trip down memory lane.
The 3-game series with Bridgeport during the July 10th through the 12th was quite a series, and it was great to have the fans coming over. There was so many little facets of that particular series that was going into play that not a lot of people, unless you had been around and been a part of the Long Island Duck organization for a while, would really understand the complexity of it. With that veteran team that we had, we knew that if we just went in and played 1 game at a time, which is of course very cliche, but yet it's very applicable for the situation. If we win the first couple of games, that we would put the pressure back on them, and that's what we did. The Monday night game, after it being called after the 9 innings, was very frustrating for all of us, both teams.
I know the feeling after the game of that last night when it was raining. We were in the clubhouse and we were going, this can't happen. We can't end it like this. We had just come back. we battled our butts off. And so did Bridgeport. It was a great series that we played against them. We beat them the first series. It came down to that last game. They had scored a couple runs in the beginning, and we fought back to tie it. And it came down to the 9th inning, and we were playing in the rain the whole game. And when they called the game and took us off the field because of the rain, it was kind of mind-boggling. It's like, what are we doing? We've been playing in this for 9 innings already. Just all it takes is we finish 9 innings. The next person to score will win.
So the Long Island Ducks headed home. The July 12th game was high, with a new August 9th game rescheduled in its entirety and no playoff spot yet secured. Despite the fact that they had come so far, the Ducks had closure. The second half would begin on Friday night, but there was still 4 weeks of baseball to play before the first half champion would be declared.
Well, so we start the second half, and we don't know who the first half champion is, and we're going to play that game 2.5, 3 weeks out. It really kept the tension around here at a certain pitch. Certainly kept all the fans' interest. We started to point our whole season towards 1 game, and that's sort of good and it's sort of bad. For the fans, it was high drama. For us in our organization, it was high drama. For the ball players, so we were all focused in on that August 9th game.
And while the Ducks would have to wait for their chance to play for their first ever playoff spot, they would continue their pursuit of individual and team records that would fall during the magical 2004 season.
The Ducks' second half playoff has begun. But wait a minute, what about the first half?
Question.
Something you've never even heard in baseball. Like, let's put off the first half until a month later.
Because of a rainout, the Ducks and Bluefish have yet to decide who won the North Division. They'll replay the game in its entirety August 9th.
I mean, we definitely had momentum in our favor, and it was just too bad that it just had to stop like it did.
To have it end like that was really disappointing. We have some guys well now who knows the Doug, Camara, BB&T, or Pulse is going to be here come August 9th. And, they were a big part of our team.
Days and counting till
Ducks champion 2000 Ducks season. Long Island ball game being delayed. Clement weather. We will update you on the status of the possible. Thanks for listening to Long Island Baseball on liducks.com. We now to our trip down memory. When August finally arrived, team and
my guys are ready. I'm sure these guys. I mean, it's whoever's the hungriest.
With more than 700 loyal Duck fans in attendance in Bridgeport, everything went once again for Long Island Town team. In a game, one game for all the by officials, 3-0 advantage Ducks and starter Brian Reek.
Count 1 ball, 2 strikes to Avila.
And again, Lou, the roster teams is quite different from what it was the last time we played this. You have Garrick back, have Willis and DJ Ball. Long Island, Bill Pulsifer, Lance Davis, and Manny, 3 of their best pitchers, gated team.
Pitch on the inside, and Ricard ends the inning, but
their medal, battling back in game on Camara Bar out 2-run home run in the 5th inning off Bluefish and Kane.
It's tied inside, and Kane at 0-2.
And a chance for retribution. It was BB&T who popped out to second back in the 3rd. Ace is loaded, 1 away, so he gets another here to at least drive it if he can bring in Cole from second.
Okay, pitch swung on it, deep left field. Back is Atanez, it's gone. A home run for Bart. A 2-run, and we are all tied at 4.
Well, for Camara BB&T, his team 18th home run.
We were down. We were like, all right, now we got to fight back. We hit home run, and we're dead even. It's a whole new game. It's like, all right, it's 0. Now it's our game. We have the momentum. Let's take it. Let's go all the way with this.
Now Andrew Salvo, the interesting tries to bunt here.
I would think so.
Bridgeport thinking bunt. Lou Aloha now coming in at 3rd, and Salvo bunts it. It's a good-looking bunt, and they're going to go to first. For second, Sherman, but then got the sure out at first base. Salvo does his job. Sacrifice bunt sends Rodriguez to second, and he will go-ahead run.
Well, Andrew Salvo cracked on every batting practice, and in the biggest spot of the season for Long Island, he comes through. McCormack there, playing small ball here in a tie game, and now he hopes that Kevin Baez, who's at the best defensive game for Long Island, can come through with some offense.
Well, the Duck fans making some noise now. Baez and Justin Davies will try to give the lead. Baez swings and lifts it on the right field line. Pennyfeather is there, makes the catch. He's going to try to go. Pennyfeather's throw is into the stands, and Rodriguez on the overthrow. Long Island takes the lead. It's 5-4 Ducks.
Oh, can you Pennyfeather, who had the best catch of the game, Bluefish, and arms in the Atlantic League, just threw one into the Duck fan section. And as he did, Louis Rodriguez is able to serve third and score. The Ducks have their first lead of the game in the top of the 9th. penny feather.
With the Ducks now holding a one-run lead, called on Long Island Bill's final 3 outs.
Fish now down to their last strike.
And much like at Citibank Park, the Duck fans are on their feet, hundreds of them, cheering for what they hope will be strike 3.
No balls, 2 strikes to Boston. Seamus gets the sign. Here's the swing and a miss, strike 3. Won the first half championship in the Atlantic League's North Division. The Ducks will go to the playoffs for the first time in franchise history.
And you see the jubilation on the taken them 4 years, 3 months, and 12 days since the franchise history was thrown back in April of 2000. There will be postseason baseball on Long Island come September, the first time ever. And that guy, Bill Seamus, is the happiest man here.
The Ducks battle that.
Once listening to the soundtrack of the Ducks Championship D 2004 Ducks to remember. The Long Island Ducks baseball game is currently being delayed due to inclement weather. We will update the status of the game as soon as possible. And thanks for listening to Baseball Ducks here on liducks.com. We now return you to our trip down memory lane.
Once we got to that last inning of, once we brought Seamus in the 8th and we got through that, and that, you know, are on the table. Everything that you kind of laid out before the game, how you want the game to go, and everything is just, it's right there for you. You know, you just stick by your game plan that you pretty much had thought out. And when it gets down to it and it comes to, here it is, right on the table for Mr. Seamus, and the guy we've counted on the whole time. And it's like I've said before, he's one of them guys that you count on night out. And it's just kind of a relaxed excitement watching, because he just kind of manhandled Darryl Bob. He just, it was really a contest. And just after that, it was relief, you know, to finally get on the board with that first one. The three of us, me, Buddy, and Dave, just kind of was embraced, and we let them do their thing on the field, and we just, it was a relief sensation.
Following a dizzying post-game celebration, the Ducks returned to the reality of the second half. With 7 of their pitchers now gone in affiliated teams, they struggled in the month of August. A record of 14-16 with a 5.63 ERA. The key pitchers now departed. It was clear the Ducks' playoff hopes would depend on a promise made by a group of pitchers all the way back in spring training. The band, Bill Pulsifer, Beach, and Davis.
Those guys upon leave vowed to us that if they didn't get called up to come back, and that's the rest is history. Those people came back, and we played 7 consecutive one-run games.
Well, you know, those staff prior to us having to reschedule the August game, I remember being in the dugout and talking with Pointer about, and this is a guy that's World Series Major League level, and we both had the same feeling of playoff baseball. There's no matter where you're at, Little League or on up, and that's the real reason all players, true baseball players, and that's to have a chance to win a championship. Not for the fame, not for anything like that. To go out and compete at the highest level of your league and you to be the top of it, it's really a special thing, winning a championship. There's plenty of guys that play their whole career in playoffs, let alone at any level. So it's really and when a group of guys gets together and accomplishes something, it's, you know, it's camaraderie. It's a very special thing.
On September 14th, the leader of the band, lefty Bill Pulsifer, was the first to make good on his to return. Within 5 days, Seamus, Beach, and Davis followed suit, and Long Island's once firing pitching staff was back at full strength, just in time for the team's ever playoff appearance. The first game
in franchise history was on the road on Tuesday, September 21st, 2004 at historic Holman Stadium in Nashua, New Hampshire. The Nashua Pride held a 10-8 advantage over the Long Island regular season, and they featured an explosive offense led by former Major League All-Star Dante Bichette.
Well, welcome back. BB&T Point in High Point, North Carolina. The Long Island Ducks, the High Point Rockers, getting set to do battle in game number 3 game series, the rubber game of this series. We have been in the midst of sun delay. Yes, the first time that I can remember we have had to deal with that here in the Atlantic League, a sun delay where the sun behind home plate here in Point was be a difficult for the pitchers and some of the field towards home. This to be a disturbance to the starting pitcher today for the Rockers. And so after a delay, which currently is 32 minutes, they're just about ready for baseball. We'll go through the lineups once again for you. For the Ducks, Ray Fuentes will lead off at center field. Steve Lombard second. He plays shortstop. Noon High Schooler hits third. The cleanup hitter is L.J. Mazzilli. Batting fifth is the left fielder Matt Dendecker. Lou Ford, the will hit sixth. Hitter and first baseman David Washington. Hector Sanchez does the catching. He'll bat. Rounding out the order for the Ducks is their third baseman Rando Moreno. Rockers, Tyler Ladendorf leads off at sixth. Breland Almadova at second. Hector Gomez, the third baseman, hits in the 3 spot, and the right fielder is Steven Cardulo. He is there. Batting fifth, playing left field, Quincy Lattimore. Brett Austin does the sixth. Miles Schroeder is at first base. The 8-hitter and designated hitter Schaefer. And rounding out the order for the Rockers today is the short Giovanni Alfonso. Well, I'm doing some research. The only other park that I could tell that has sun delays during the course of their seasons has been Wacona Park, which is actually up in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. I had a game there when I was much, I believe at the time they were the Mets affiliate, the Pittsfield Mets. Now I believe they host collegiate baseball there, a very old park, which was configured where home plate faces directly west. And so obviously when the sun rises in the east and sets, the sun would set behind center field. And that would obviously pose a difficult challenge for the hitters and to have delay to wait for the sun glare to go away. And here today right now is about 33 minutes from the original scheduled first pitch time of 6:30 p.m. But it looks like we are finally ready for baseball here in the rubber game of this 3-game set at BB&T Point. Michael Parker, thank you so much on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network, liducks.com, Facebook Live, youtube.com/DucksBaseball. We appreciate you tuning in and being patient as we waited out today's sun delay. Ready to go. Matt Sergey, his first pitch is popped in the air foul, third base side out of underway. 7-4 here from BB&T Point. Fuentes batting side, the leadoff hitter. Takes up and outside for a ball. And that will even up the count. Ball and 1 strike on Fuentes. 223 on the year for the Ducks. 2 home runs. Batted in. Pitch taken for another ball. Fuentes. Count goes 2-1. Ducks at 17-9 overall this year. The Rockers 16-9. Fuentes here to the right side. Baseman Ladendorf will field on a couple. First for the 4-3 on the ground out. 1 away. Top of the first inning. So a delay of about 34 minutes for the sun delay, as the sun is still continuing set behind home plate and stands. Again, they've put some black screens up beneath the roof and above the concourse to try and help battle that, but still not a perfect setup, as the first pitch misses outside for ball to Steve Lombardozzi. We were told earlier in this series. It wasn't here on Tuesday night for the 6:30 start, but it is tonight. Another pitch outside from Sergey, and the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Lombardozzi at 281 on the year. He's homer, 13 RBIs on the season. Here's the kick and the delivery. Outside again. 3 straight out of the zone from Sergey. And the count goes to 3 balls and no strikes. Sergey isn't with the Rockers, second league. He was with the Skeeters a year ago, and he misses outside once again. 4 straight out of the zone, and Steve Lombardozzi aboard. Walk of the year drawn by Lombardozzi. Ducks get a 1-out base runner. And up step the Ducks right fielder, Kirk Neuenhuis. So the sun is set. Wind is blowing out toward the field here today from right to left. Clear skies overhead. The line at BB&T Point. Neuenhuis misses downstairs for a ball. Neuenhuis comes in hitting .299 on the year, 4 homers. Runs batted in on the season. Long look sign. Cardozi takes his lead at first. Pitch is a fastball that just nips the outside corner for a strike. That'll leave it at 1-1. Lombardozzi at first. He's 4 of 5 in the stolen department this year, so we'll see if he takes off at any point for second base. Here's the kick and the pitch. Missed upstairs, did Sergey. And the count goes to 2-1. Middle infield at double play depth. Schroeder holds on the runner at first, playing well off the third base bag. Gomez with a lefty at the plate. Here's the 2-1. Fastball in right. Good pitch from the right-hander, and that'll even up the count at 2-2. Well, in between the bases and the seating bowls, mostly full. A little bit more empty down the lines. Fans still filing in, though, and a lot of fans up on the concourse, especially on the third right now. 2-2, line in the air to left center field, and it's hit well. Long run over Lattimore. He dives, and he makes the catch. What a grab by Quincy Lattimore. Left center field shoestring catch to rob Kirk Neuenhuis of a double, and that's the second out here in the first. Did not look like he had a good, and then all of a sudden at the last minute reached out kind of low and up with the grab right above his shoe tops. Of the inning, Lombardozzi remains at first, and with 2 down, hitter for second baseman L.J. Mazzilli. First pitch, and Mazzilli takes a strike over the inside corner, 0-1. 378 on the year, 14 of 37, no homers, 8 RBIs. He's off to a terrific start this season. Half swing at a breaking ball, taken for a strike anyway, and that'll quickly run the count to 0-2. So starting to work around the to Steve Lombard. Right-hander's ready to go. Lombardozzi bluffs. Billy cracks one in the air deep down the left field line. Lattimore looks, and this will hook picnic area. So a foul ball off the bat of L.J. Mazzilli keeps the count at 0-2. He hit it well, just could not keep it fair down the left field line. So we'll do it once again with a count of 0-2. Has hit safely in 9 in a row, has reached base safely in 10 straight. And here, ball in the air deep down the left field line again, but it will hook foul. That keeps the count right where it is. Mazzilli played for the first time since Friday. He had missed 4 games, dealing with a little bit of groin trouble. Came late yesterday as a precaution in the 9th inning just to give him some extra rest. In the lineup today, which is certainly a good sign. Circuit the now time called at home plate. Right-hander ready to go. And the pitch. Popped him up. Back behind the plate. The catcher, Brett Austin, gives it a look, but this will be back into the seats. And Mazzilli continues his battle at home plate. Back-to-back shutouts in this series to begin. The 11-0 win here on Tuesday night. The Ducks a 7-0 win yesterday morning. And here Mazzilli takes an off-speed pitch. Moves the count to 1-2. And the 10:30 start yesterday in the middle. Not today on the final day of the series. The Ducks will head back home following the game. Put up a series with the Skeeters tomorrow. Zilli, a ground ball to the left side, fielded by the Alfonso. He goes the short way to second for the force, and that'll retire the side. So a one-out walk to Steve Lombard for the Ducks. No runs, one man left after a play. Nothing, and the Rockers coming up to bat.
Hey fans, this is and hitting coach Lou Ford and your Ducks Baseball Ducks Broadcast Network.
Sayville Ford, the no-fees dealer, family-owned and 1957. Their state-of-the-art features a spacious showroom with a giant inventory of new, owned, and commercial vehicles. Plus, every vehicle comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, some exclusions. And their service department is open from 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. with enclosed service for your convenience and comfort. Sayville Ford, Long Island's Ford Giant, is conveniently located on Sunrise Highway or online at sayvilleford.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday packages with the Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt, and autographed baseball. Refreshments including bugs, chips, cupcakes, frozen ice treats, and so much. Best birthday child will stand on the Ducks. The entire crowd sings happy birthday. The party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime. Bottom of the first coming up, no score here in White, and a reminder that the 20th anniversary season of Long Island Ducks baseball is presented by Good Samaritan Hospital Medical, a member of the Catholic Health Services of Long Island. They are at the of health. Sergey returned to the mound after missing a few games due to a injury. His last game in relief started since first game in this ballpark. Back on the mound tonight, he worked around a leadoff in the first inning. Be up to Asher for the Ducks in the half of this first inning to do the same for Asher. This is the Ducks uniform. Started game 2 of the doubleheader against the New Britain Bees and pitched well in his 4 innings, but the bullpen could not do the same behind him and not allow the Bees to come away with the blowout victory. Looks like we had a little bit of a delay, too, at the beginning of the inning as Asher's still making his warm-up toss. Still throwing the ball on the infield. I'm not sure if they're giving the Ducks extra time here after the Rockers came out, did their warm-ups, then came back and then back out the field after the sun delay. So the Ducks getting some extra time, it looks like, to warm up here tonight. By the way, the umpires for today's game is the home plate strikes. The play is Terrence Jones. Base umpire is Morgan. I think, too, some of the extra time that is given to the Ducks here is because Alec Asher probably had finished his warm-up tosses. He was ready to go. And then all of a sudden you had a play that took about a half hour. And so he had to sit down and some extra time up again. He seems like he's ready to go. And we'll see if that has any effect on him. Didn't seem to have too much of an effect on Matt Sergey in the top of the first inning. But, of course, I'm going to sit a little bit longer with that delay and, of course, the top of the first inning. So we're ready in the bottom of inning number 1. Tyler Ladendorf, the second baseman, will step to the plate to lead things off as he bats on the right side. Asher's first pitch on the way is a fastball thigh high. 0-1 on Ladendorf, a righty hitter who's batting 2 in the city home and bat. The 0-1 just off the outside corner. Asher missed. That evens up the count at a ball and a strike. It's mostly righties. You get 7 righty hitters. Obviously a hit from the left side against the righty Asher. Down in the area at home. can't say down in the dirt because there is no dirt here. It's a completely dirt, not present anywhere on the field. The mound, including the warning tracks and the base paths, it's all turf everywhere on the field. The knees, and that will even up the count at 2-2. I talked with a few of the players about it actually before the game, and they said it's really not much of a noticeable difference, but there were a couple things that they mentioned through here. The challenges and the differences of playing on turf versus grass and dirt. Breaking ball misses outside here. That'll run the count full at 3. One was that players wear mics, and said when you wear mics, your feet can tend to bother you after a game, so some of them rubber, those rubber spikes. As this pitch misses low and away for ball 4, a lead issued by Alec Asher, and Tyler Ladendorf on to begin the first. Some of the others said too that when you usually play on turf, the ball's a little bit faster, but it seems to be on as though that the turf on this playing more slowly. The ball's slower than expect to be on a turf field and a bit slower, although some say that like they can run faster, but for the guys have consensus that turf is slower now, but they say they've been told as on and the field gets used more and more that it will play first. Asher from the and the 0-1 is a fastball taken by count goes to 0-2. 4-1 for the center fielder. Asher is ready. Here comes the pitch. Swing. So after a walk this game in the Tyler Ladendorf, Asher comes back. First of the night for Asher. Bring to the baseman back. Washington hold. Asher's first pitch. And Gomez fastball strike at the knees. Nothing to count. Gomez hitting .270, 1 home run and 15. From the stretch, pitch, miss, ball, cut through by Gomez, quick and 2. Here comes the 0-2 delivery from Asher to Gomez. Ladden lead in the pitch, swinging a here to deep left field. Back goes Matt Dendecker. He'll look up at the wall. It's off the wall. Bobbled by Dendecker off the wall. Around third is Ladendorf. He'll come in to score. It's an RB double off Hector Gomez, and the 1 lead. So we'll see for sure if that goes down as a double and the run scoring on the double. An error charge. The ball bounced off the wall and Dendecker kind of bobbled it out in left field. And once that ball was bobbled, that surely guaranteed that Ladendorf was going to score. So we'll see what the feeling is on it. But either way, Gomez is at second base, and the Rockers have to nothing. Now the cleanup hitter and right fielder Steven Cardulo to the plate. Asher comes set. And his first pitch on the way is taken upstairs for a ball. The count goes to 1-0. Cardulo hitting .312. He's home runs 15 added in. And a home run here in the first game of this series on Tuesday night off of Jake Fisher. Pitch is downstairs. And the right-hander quickly 2 balls and no strikes. 1-0 the Rockers lead as they strike first. Yesterday, of course, the Ducks struck first. They had the only game as they won it 7-0. Asher's 2-0 delivery. Cardullo takes. There's a strike at the knees. Just caught the bottom of the strike zone. Asher the plate. Down moves to 1. Yet to see from the official here. I believe it's just going to be a straight double. They have now put an arrow on the scoreboard, so we're going to assume double an RBI there for Gomez. Here's the pitch. Cardullo fouls one back to the home plate on a breaking ball. That evens up the count 2. Initial score here is to say whether or not it was indeed an RBI double. In fact, has not updated since the top of the first inning. So I wonder if there's any sort of internet issues down on the press box side, closer to home plate. 2-ball, 2-strike count with Gomez at second and 1 man out. Asher comes set. Back towards second. And now delivers to the plate. Cardullo takes theirs. Good block by Sanchez. And that'll run the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So, Cardullo trying to work his way aboard. A leadoff walk started this, and then an RBI double from Hector on an 0-2 pitch gave the lead. And now trying to work his way aboard is Cardullo. Working very slowly on the mound is Alec Asher tonight. Here comes the payoff pitch. Kicks and fires. Swung on and foul tipped into the glove of Sanchez for strike 3. So Asher gets his second strikeout of the inning. Good job by Sanchez to wait. Cardullo goes to. Now with 2 away, that's going to leave it up to the left fielder, Quincy Lattimore. He might have saved a run himself in the top of the first when Kirk Neuenhuis hit a liner to left center that looked like would get down for it. But he made a shoestring catch in left field for the second out of the. Lombardozzi was on first base at the time. Asher comes set. And his first pitch is inside and it hit Lattimore. Breaking break. Lattimore immediately gets hit on the first pitch back. So Quincy Lattimore is aboard. That's the first time he's been pitched this year. And second with 2 down for the Rockers, and Brett Austin coming to the plate. One of the big positives with it today, getting 7 innings on Nolan, is that the bullpen, aside from Mazzaro, was off. And obviously Asher only went 4 last time out as he continues to get stretched out as a starter. First pitch hit high in the air to center. This takes a couple steps to his left, so he'll make the head high, and that will retire the side. So Asher able to somewhat limit the damage. The Rockers will come away with a run on a hit by pitch as well in the inning. No errors. And left on base. After one play here in High Point, the Rockers with a 1-0 lead over the Ducks.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Jake Fisher, and you're Ducks based on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Go Ducks.
Love it! The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just gonna go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your vivid Nicolot the best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color technology with color throughout and guaranteed not to live with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Hey kids, are you looking for more fun when you come out to a Long Island game? Then be sure to head on over to the brand new Ducks Fun Zone. It's located on the main down the right line. There you'll find 3 inflatables, including the Duck Tail Slide, the Bounce House, and an obstacle course. And limited access to all 3 inflatables for just $5 every game. That's Ducks Fun Zone, open during all home games at Bethel Park.
Welcome back to BB&T Point. The Long Island Ducks trail 1-0 against the High Point Rockers. We apologize if anybody is having any trouble with our feed here tonight and any sort of internet issues. We are battling some of those apparently here at the ballpark tonight. They're working out some of the kinks of this brand new facility in downtown High Point, Carolina. So again, we appreciate your patience as we deal with that during the course of the ball game. So we go to the second inning with the Ducks behind by a run for Long Island. They will send to the plate their 7 hitters, Matt Dendecker and David Wilson, fly to center to end the first inning. Better of tonight's game. Did you know that you could join Planet $1 a month? Visit planetfitness.com, sign up, and find your location. Dendecker to lead off. He takes a breaking ball strike on the outside corner from Matt Sergey, and the count goes to nothing. Dendecker 39 with a home run and 8 runs batted in. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses downstairs. That'll even up the count at 1 strike. In yesterday's game for the Ducks. In fact, everybody had at least one instance where they reached base safely in the game for Long Island. Grounds this one to second base. Tyler Ladendorf will field, and he throws over to first in time for the out. 1 away in the second inning. And back to our conversation that we were having at the artificial turf surface here in High Point. The one thing that many of the players say is that the hops are true. So no longer with this turf they play on here, infielders don't really have to worry about any sort of bad bounces off of the dirt or any sort of instances where the ball hits the lip of the grass. We've seen that in many different cases around the Atlantic League, especially balls taking weird. The ball one here inside, and Gio Alfonso, who's a shortstop, specifically said that's one of the benefits of this turf field is usually the hops are true to where they expect them to be. Ball rolls on that ground ball that Dendecker just hit. It just rolls right into the infielder's glove, won't hit that lip of the grass and change directions. That side, he swings a one ball to the left side of the infield. Gomez charges, fields, and he drops the baseball. Ford is going to be safe as Gomez dropped the baseball on the transfer from the glove to his hand. That will presumably be an error on Gomez, and the Ducks get a 1-out base. The first error of the for Hector Gomez.
Number 30, David Washington.
A 1-on, 1-out for Long Island, and up to the plate will step the Ducks' first baseman and 7, David Washington plate. First pitch misses down for a ball, and they 1 ball and no on Washington. Comes into the game hitting 79 on the year. He's got 6 home runs and 21 runs batted in. There's a strike. Side corner, and that evens up the count at 1. Not have great speed. I don't think we'll see him taking off for second at any point in this situation. Here's the pitch. Air foul to the third base side. Out of play over the roof of the ballpark. Now that'll move into one of the unique features of this ballpark. There's no luxury suite level. On the other Atlantic League Park, you have a luxury suite. Second deck. And towards the bases on first. But here, suites are located along the first base side. Ground ball foul along the first base line by Washington. There are about 8 to 10 suites along the first base side on the main concourse, and there's also a club called the Catalyst Club that is kind of sandwiched between those suites. Rows of seating out in front of them that overlook the playing field, and of course the control indoor rooms that are behind those seats. Washington, another ground ball foul up the first base line. So he keeps the count right there at 1-2. There are on the first base side, third base side, excuse me, a couple of concourse loges which are kind of enclosed in brick facade, and they have a few seats at the top of the concourse that overlook the field and a area where they could put out food and drinks for the fans. Fastball here misses the outside corner to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. On the concourse along the third baseline, and again the luxury suites on the concourse side along with that Catalyst Club. Very small, intimate field. Seating capacity a little over 4,000. Official listed capacity at 4,500. They do have seats in the outfield here as well. A couple of rows of chair-style stadium seating, and out in left field a few rows of bleacher-style seating. 2-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. Sergey able to retire Washington via the strikeout, his first of the night. So Sergey with his first strikeout of the night, second inning, and that will leave it up to the catcher and 8-hitter Hector Sanchez. Wind continues to blow out to left field here in High Point. Here is Hector Sanchez from the left side from the stretch. First pitch, and that taken upstairs for ball 1. This comes into the game hitting .270, 5 RBIs on the season.
Hey, man. Hey, buddy, how you doing, man?
Delivers to the plate, ripped up the first base line, but having to quickly jut out of the way of that one was Jones, the first base umpire, and then signaled foul. So that will even up the ball and 1 strike. Ford remains at first after reaching on the error by Hector Gomez with 1 out. Sanchez awaits as Sergey comes set. Here's ground ball hit base. Tyler Ladendorf is there, and it's time to retire Sanchez. So nothing doing in the second. No runs or hits. There was 1 error, and the Ducks leave a man on base. Inning and a half complete. Still no score. The Rockers have a 1-0 lead.
And this is Infield Washington, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Fans, the hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's located on the north shore of Long Island. It's a home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant, or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Bo. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Park. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-1100 today. 231-1100.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out news and scores and interact with us on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Android-powered device. The Long mobile app with you. Flock to. Well, as we head to the bottom half of the second inning, it is time for the Ducks Health, which is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official of the Long Island Ducks. Currently, nobody really to talk about on the obviously LJ back in the lineup. He's feeling with a little bit of the groin troubles, but he certainly seems to be feeling much better of late. The Ducks are a healthy bunch. They did lose a couple yesterday, though, as we talked about earlier. Bennett Perry had his contract purchased by Puebla of the Mexican League, and Jose Quaz had his contract purchased by the Arizona organization. They'll join Single A Hillsborough, who was by a former Duck. We'll get to later on. Hey, wishes to Perry and Quaz, who got off to a great start. To them getting their contracts purchased yesterday. Strike. That'll even up the count at 1-1. Miles Schroeder, the batter. He's catcher. We'll check the baseman for the Rockets, hitting .275 on the year. Swings and misses on a high fly. That'll run the count to 1. Is Asher, and the one is an off-speed taken up and away, and that will even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch, check swing, came up inside and caught him on. Thought that was bad, but it Schroeder, so he has hit the 3rd time this year he has been hit, and that's the 6th that Alec Asher has hit tonight. My mistake, he had hit 2 bad pitches this year coming in. Now hit 2 more. More in the back in the first, or on the arm. That a hit for the 2nd inning. Blowing away for ball. For the Desert back 8th spot. 4 homers and the 1-0 coming from Asher. Runner bluffs. Back over the 9 corner to even the some speed. He's doing the stolen base department this year. Not blatant, but concerned. Throw to check on. He is back safely. Set. It'll be a 1-ball, 1-strike pitch to Richie Schaefer. Missing low and away. Going to throw a lot of pitches. Falling behind, and Rocker showing great patience. So the count 2-1. Wally Backman said, based on his scouting reports, that this is a team that likes to swing early in the count. If you don't challenge them and try and get early in the count, they're going to be tipped out. This one is downstairs, and it gets past all the way back to the back. That'll move the count 3-1. Now the Rock runner in scoring position and nobody out. We'll see, that's a wild pitch or a pass ball, but either way, down in the dirt area, not dirt because there is no actual dirt, but down in so it'll be a 1-strike pitch coming up, and it's for the first out of the inning. Runner leads from second. Fastball, good pitch that time. Gets the count full at 3-2. We're at second base for High Point. They have yet to say a pass ball or a that got him there. And now the payoff. Kicks in. And this one here to right center field. Is going back. He's got room. And he'll make the catch, tagging his Schroeder. And he'll make his return. So Schiffer gets the job done on the fly out. The runner to third base with less outs. Now the third only. And up to the plate is going to step the shortstop, Gio Alfonso. So 1 out, runner at third. The infield drawn around for the Ducks as Alfonso takes upstairs for ball number 1. Alfonso, the shortstop and former Duck, batting in the 9-hole. He has struggled this year, 197 average, no homers and 2 RBIs. Asher comes set, kicks and fires home, and Alfonso fouls one off to the first base side out of play. That'll leave it up the count at 1-1. The more odd instances, or one of the more skilled players at driving the ball the other way. Gio Alfonso in 2017 routinely singled to right field. Here he smacks one, though, deep to center field. Back goes Ray Fuentes. Lines the catch, tagging from third is Schroeder. He'll come in to score. So Alfonso gets the job done, a sack BI. And the Rockers manufacture a run, and they take a 2-0 lead. For Alfonso, that's his first fly of the year. Third run batted in. Base. And now with 2, Tyler Ladendorf. Not gotten any sort of word whether or not it was a wild pass ball that moved the runner scoring position. But obviously that very important in terms of earned run or unearned run, depending on what happens here. Masher and Ladendorf breaking ball for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. That's ruled a wild pitch. The run is earned. If it's a pass ball, it's up in the air right now. They don't give an error on a catch, anything like that, but this one smacked on the ground to the right side, diving to it for. So Tyler Ladendorf has the single to right. Second hit of the High Point. Scoreboard, by the way, right now is showing 5-1 in favor of the Rockers. That is not the case. It is 2-2. High Point getting a sac fly here in the inning for their second run of the scoreboard. Lists them as having a 4-run inning here in inning number 2. So runner at first with 2 men out. Here is Breland Almadova to the plate. He takes the first pitch high, and the count goes to 1. They did rule a wild. That was the official ruling that allowed Schroeder to go to second, so that will be an earned. Pitch on the way. Almadova takes. That's a. And that'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 point, bottom of the second inning. Rockers trying to take this series, as are the Ducks, as the teams have split the first. The pitch, swinging a little tapper back to the mound. Will field, and his throw to first is in time for the final out of the inning. So actually able to avoid any further trouble. However, the Rockers extend the lead. They get a run on 1 hit, a hit batter pitch, and a sac fly produced. Errors, and 1 man left on base for High Point. Play 2. BB&T pointed us now. The Rockers 2 and the Ducks nothing.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Darren, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Podcast Network.
We asked people across Long Island, what efficiency mean to you?
Energy efficiency? It means finding ways to save a few dollars on my electric bill each month.
PSEG Long Island is introducing smart technologies that let you control how much energy you use.
It really is important to keep Long Island green so future generations can enjoy our island's beauty.
And we're partnering on renewable sources that will keep Long Island sustainable for generations. Discover all of our energy programs at psegLiny.com/efficiency.
Take a group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks Baseball. Discounted prices with the Pregame, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unbelievable experience. The Ducks even offer to sing the national anthem. Ridgewood Savings Bank Color Guard. Be the dream team. Put on a pregame performance or shadow balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ball. Good times.
We make our way to the top of the third inning. The Rockers have an early 2-0 lead over the Ducks. A double by Hector Gomez and a from Giovanni Alfonso. We apologize for any sort of technical difficulties you're experiencing during the broadcast due to the stream. Obviously the location of our viewpoint. We do hope that you can understand as this pitch misses low and outside for ball 1. That unfortunately circumstances beyond our control. best to provide you the best quality that we can here, given our and this ballpark. Takes a strike, the count 1-1. Nonetheless, and we'll do our best to bring you all the action as fluently as possible. 1-1 is driven in the air to left center, facing in as the center. He'll make the catch on the run. Quincy Lattimore was chasing after it as well, but Almodovar was the one who made the grab. So one away as Moreno retired. He is now 9 for 46 on the shade under 200 for the Ducks. Long Island's had a couple thus far. A walk in the first inning by Steve Lombardosi, reaching on an error in the second, both with one out. And that will step right, who grounded out to second to begin the ball game. Pitch taken at the knees for a strike, 0-1 the count. Mentioned last year, pitched with the Skeeters in the Atlantic League. He was 5.47 ERA, 13 games, 11 of which were starts. Misses here to even up 1-1. Third year gave up 50, third 29, walked 14 back, struck out 54. Fuentes a line drive at a left field. That's a base hit. Lattimore, good piece of hitting that. Right goes the other way for the third inning in the row. Their second batter of the inning on base. So job against the leadoff. It's that second hitter coming to the plate that has gotten on base each inning for Long Island. Though one not Sergei's fault. Again, that was an error. So a runner one down. Now the tying run of the plate in the form of Bardozzi, shortstop and two-hitter for the Ducks, who walked back in the opening inning. Runner bluffs, and Sergei's first pitch misses down and away for ball one. Steve Lombardozzi, the switch hitter, had one hit yesterday, and he has now reached base safely for the in a total of 12 straight games, going back to May 11th, hitting 29 in that span. Throw and back safely there. Fuentes, who 3 for 4 in the base department. Up baseline, Bardos will roll, and it will kick. Good effort attempt by Lucy there, but just could not keep it fair. Somewhat of a surprise there to be with one out in the inning, down by a pair of runs. But it looked like there that Lombardo for a base hit, trying to sacrifice the over. Back to the plate with a count of 1-1. Sergei looking in for the sign, gets the pitch he likes. There goes. Pitch is high for a ball. The throw down to second base is not in time. It goes into center. Fuentes breaks for third, and the throw coming in from Almodovar is not in time. So the Ducks' speed helps them out as Ray Fuentes steals his fourth base of the year, and a throwing error by the down to third base goes Ray Fuentes. So now a 2-ball, 1 strike count on the Ducks. A fly, get the Ducks on. Here's the pitch. And a ball, the knob of the bat to the Ducks dugout on the third base side. The count at 2 strikes. Beautiful night here in High Point, North Carolina. A nice hand. Here's the 2-2. And Lombardozzi pops one high in the foul back behind the plate. Austin sheds the mask, goes towards the stands, and he'll make the catch. Lombardozzi retired up behind the plate. Austin the edge of the warning out for the Rock. Ability of to bring in a run, and with 2 away up to 4. So Heist from the left side, fly to left his first time up on a nice running catch made by Quincy Lattimore. First pitch taken on the inside for a call, 0-1. Heist yesterday was the only Duck without a hit in the game. However, he did draw a water run. Once again, I mentioned before, everyone on base in yesterday's game. Swings and misses down in front of the off Sergey that time. And quickly, 0-2 on the Ducks right field. Rafe went to third on an error. But stranded there right now. Mr. Lombardozzi pops out foul. The 0-2. And Neuenhuis pops the here to left field. Going out is the short Alfonso. It's the catch. Top half, number 3. Had one hit. There was an error as well. Ducks leave one on base, and after 2.5 innings of play, it is 2 points.
This is Outfielder, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Broadcast Network.
Going and looking is headed to 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly. As if excited and that will other home run Ducks when they get. How about a homer that helps win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Longest have once again teamed up for the Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home paid $5 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every hitter goes season, Chappie's Challenge home on the scoreboard. And if we 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Home, we're caring for a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team. The Ducks are constantly up through social media, ballpark promotions, and even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LI. Your Long Island. Get connected now.
Bottom half of the third inning coming up with the Rockers holding a 2-0 lead over the Ducks. When Kirk Neuenhuis popped out to short to win the top of the inning, that was the 15th out of tonight's ball game. Did you know that a phone call to save you 15% on your car insurance? Get a free quote today. 800-947-AUTO. That's 1-800-947-AUTO or Geico.com. So we make our way to the bottom half of the third inning. And the Rockers will look to extend the first pitch from Alec Asher to Hector Gomez. And that misses downstairs for ball number 1. Gomez drove home the first run of the game with an RBI double to left field back in the first inning. Wall and bobbled by Denver. Chops one foul along the line. Now leaving up the count at 1. Pitching coach of the Rockers, Frank Viola, making his way down the baseline into his bullpen. Frank, who of course is a former teammate with Wally Backman, two of them got to reunite on the field here in High Point earlier this series. Popped up in the air to second. L.J. Mazzilli making the call on the catch. So Hector Gomez retiring on the pop-up to second for the first out of this third inning. That'll bring up the right fielder, Cardullo. Makes his home about 50 minutes from the ballpark here in High Point. So a natural selection to join the Rockers coaching staff. Far has been pretty good for High Point coming tonight's action. And his team has a good record, 16 wins to 9 losses. First low, and that count 1-0 on Cardullo, who struck out his first. Of course, he's serving under Jamie Keefe, who is the manager of the Rockers, and their inaugural comes over after being the longtime manager of the Rockland Boulders. So he goes from to the Rockers, does Jamie Keefe. And, of course, former Duck pitching coach Billy Horn, the coaching staff as a bench coach for High Point. 2-0 on Cardullo. Popped up foul back behind the plate. Drifts out of play and into the seats. That'll move. Mentioned Cardullo series yesterday. Quiet 0 for 4 at the plate. Asher from the windup. And up foul. Hector Sanchez sheds the mask, has his eye on the ball, and he'll make the catch. That was basically up in the air at home plate off the bat of Cardulo, so the foul fly to the catcher for the second out of this third inning. Now with 2 away in the frame, that is going to leave it up to the left fielder, Quincy Lattimore. Last year's first start as a Duck came in Game 2 of the doubleheader Saturday. He's on Long Island. He allowed a 4 hit innings, walked 1 run, breaking over ball. 51 pitches in that outing, 37 of which were strikes. 1 of his pitches in that outing. Obviously, will be stretched out a little bit longer today. 1-0. Called strike by 11. Long match again. Not started a game. I think that was part of the bullpen that they might be getting somebody up earlier right later, given the fact that Sergey was just coming off the disabled leg injury. Right well back. Newman reach up and make the catch in front of the warning track. Nice grab by Kirk Neuenhuis. That ball was tagged well the other way off the bat. Quincy Lattimore. But a 1-2-3 tonight. That means it's another PS Island Energy Efficiency Program. Electric bill is also as easy as 1-2. Visit PSLI.com. Save money. PSEG line make it for you.
Hey fans, this is Randall Moreno, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball. Long Island broadcast.
We asked people across, what does energy mean to you?
Energy efficiency? Ways to save a month.
PSEG Long Island is introducing technology. You can adjust how you use.
It really isn't green, so can enjoy our island's beauty.
And we're source keep Long Island system. Cover all of efficiency programs at psegli.com/efficiency.
Imagine, feel your arm. You can't spill blood clot in your brain. You're having a stroke. You're taken to the Stroke and Center at Good Samaritan Hospital, the South Shore's only comprehensive stroke center. Now imagine with the pinpointing the blood clot and the quickest way to remove it. And imagine coming home with no side effects. The Stroke and Brain Aneurysm, Good Samaritan Hospital, 631-164444, a member of Catholic Health Services.
Long Ducks are on sale. 20 shows, new on-field promotions, and premium giveaways throughout the season. Don't miss out on all the family fun at Bethpage Ball.
It's Wally Backman, manager of your Locks. I'm looking forward to seeing you at the ballpark this year. Get tickets at liducks.com.
For tickets, call 631-940-TIXX or head to liducks.com.
Fourth inning here in North Carolina, trailing the High Point Rockers 2-0. Sergey back to the match, pitch upstairs, and that is ball number 1 to L.J. Mazzilli, who fourth inning duck. High Point does have to be beginning to get loose as Mazzilli pops one in the air, foul to the first base side, giving chase to Miles Schroeder. He'll launch back to the seats, and the count 1. Well, there wasn't list there. Excuse me, the Rockers roster doesn't list one. I believe that is Daniel Gibson, a new to the Rockers, have a number listed up the pitch. It'll be a 1-1 here to Mazzilli, who grounded into a force out first. He takes downstairs. 1. Of official pitch count here, so I can't tell you exactly where Sergey is currently. Chopped into the ground slowly, third base side. Gomez fields the off-balance throw to first, and by a close play. Just out at first was Mazzilli. First base did not agree with the call from Jones. He should have been saved by Gomez. holding as if to say that, that they, like you major league and teams play wrong, they immediately their hands up to their ears as if to say the umpire should sets and review it. They don't have Atlantic League. The first pitch at the knees over the one. Dendecker a ground out to second base his first time up, leading off the second inning. From the line, here's the 0-1. That's taken up and down at a ball and a strike. Yesterday, Dendecker 1 for 5 at the plate. He doubled, drove, and scored a run in the game. His 9th double of the year. This pitch is a breaking ball down. Good eye by Dendecker to hold up. Runs the count to 1. Sergey goes and grabs the rosin bag behind the mound just to get a better grip on the baseball. Middle infielders playing out on the ground. See that more in this park than you do in the other, given it can skip a little bit more on the turf than it could on the grass and dirt. 1. Dendecker takes low again. Moves the count to 3 balls and a strike. Gets the leadoff man retired, and the second batter of the inning has gotten aboard. Well, the leadoff man retired again here in the 4th. Will Dendecker reach? Here's the pitch. Taken for a strike. Dendecker thought that was ball 4. Tossed the bat away. Had started a jog line. He makes his way back to the plate. Now full at 3-2. So a payoff pitch upcoming in this at-bat from Sergey to Dendecker. Dixon fires. Lifted in the air down the right field into the corner. And I'll watch this sail into the seats about goes back. 1, 3, 2 strikes. In this series, Tulo series opener on Tuesday night, and Ramon Cabrera capper on the 7-run day. Swung on. Alfonso caught a little piece downstairs. Able to secure it with Brett Austin. So once again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sergey began his career in the Frontier League. Briefly has played parts of 2 seasons in affiliated baseball with the Oakland Athletics. Again, the payoff. Popped foul to the third base side and out of. Spent time in Illinois, Gateway, and Washington in the Frontier League, then Laredo in the American Edition, and Stockton in the 2016. Stockton again, 17, but back to Laredo, and then Kansas American Association. Another foul ball by Dendecker. That one caught him in the foot. Came down and in, and he is hobbling at home plate. So he tries to walk off some of that pain. Already some time this first in Lancaster. We haven't seen Dottie Pitchford come out of the dugout, but Dendecker clearly dealing with after that foul ball. And walk off some of the pain he's feeling. Well, Ducks left field are battling here, trying to stay alive. Play with the bases empty and 1 out, top of the 4th inning. Ducks single runs in the inning off of Alec Asher. Now, looks like Dendecker's okay. He'll step to the plate. Sergey will toe the rubber again for the Rockers. And once again, the payoff pitch from the righty. Kicks and deals. And Dendecker drives one in the center field. Lattimore going over it. And the Ducks will make the catch. Retire Dendecker for the second out. All the other way. But Lattimore is able to make the grab for the inning, and that's going to leave it up to the Lou Ford. Here at BB&T Point, it's 400 right away center field, 336 to the foul pole and right. Excuse me, foul pole and 339. So almost, but not. It does go a little bit deeper out into the to the left and the right. For a strike by Lou Ford. His first time up, that was in the second inning. A ground ball to Gomez that he dropped. Ripped on the ground here, third base line. And he's quickly behind at 2. Play yesterday at the series open. 2 for 5 at the plate with a pair of singles, and he scored. 2. Ball misses low and outside for ball 1. We'll see if he series open. Again, the Ducks have the long 10-hour back to Long Island after tonight. Swing and a miss for strike 3 is chasing downstairs. The tag applied by Austin. In order by Matt Sergey. Second strikeout of the day. Half of inning number 2-0 in favor of him.
Hey fans, this is Outfield Heiss, and you're listening to Baseball, Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Sayville Ford, no fees dealer, family owned and operated since 1950. Their state-of-the-art facility features a spacious show, a giant inventory of new, pre-owned, and vehicles. Every vehicle comes with a 100-mile powertrain limited warranty. Some exclusions apply, and their service department is open from 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. with enclosed service drives for your convenience and comfort. Sayville Ford. Ford Giant is conveniently located off exit 50 on Sunrise Highway or online at sayvilleford.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the Flock. Kona Ice birthday party long are now available. Each package includes seats, commemorative birthday, and auto ball. It's includes dogs, cupcakes, frozen ice treats, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department 631-940-3822. Kona Ice with the Long Island Ducks. It's a lifetime experience. On to the bottom half of the fourth week with a 2-0 lead over the Ducks. New York Sports Day is one of the largest indoor sources out there for covering Long Island Ducks. The Mets and the Yankees major and baseball, hockey, and soccer. Visit sportsday.com. New York Sports Day is your independent Gotham sports news source. Brett Austin, catcher and 6-hitter, will lead the Lakers. Asher from the windup and pitch. Again, just low and outside for ball 1. Flying to center his first time up, and that ended the first high, in which they plated a run. Guy double by Hector. 1-0. Inside. So Asher behind. Also knows nothing doing for the pen. Again, we believe it was Daniel Gibbs Knockers in the top of the fourth. Since sat down, at least for the 1-0. On again. So 3 no strikes the count on Brett Austin. Asher has walked 1. He's hit a couple batters as well, in addition to the 2 hits he has allowed. As downstairs, ball 4. So 4 straight out of the zone from Alec Asher to begin the fourth. And he walks his second night.
First baseman,
Coming into the game, Asher had walked just 2 batters in 9 innings this year. Between the Skeeters, 9 innings of work had allowed 10 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, 2 walks, and 6 outs. His numbers on the year coming start. First is upstairs, and 1 to Schroeder. Now looks like Gibson will get back up and loose once again for High Point. So night from day after innings. And the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Time challenged him with a fastball through. So that'll even things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Schroeder was hit by the second. The second pitch, the third on a fly out and fly. As the Rockers manufacture second run of the day. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball, taken for a strike corner. That'll move things to 1-2 on Schroeder. He's listed as on the roster, but we've seen him play the outfield, and now he's base in this series for High Point. They can do it all for the Rockers. Switch hitter from the line. Here's the pitch. He swings and misses for 3. Cut through the offers. Asher strikes out Miles Schroeder. Third strike for Alec Asher. 1 away. And that's the 8th DH, Richie Schaefer. He bats in the 8th spot for High Point. Again, serves as the DH. He's officially an infielder. Swings first pitch, lifts it in the air down the right field line, our head and out of play. Onto the concourse behind us. And 0-1. Fly out to center field his first time up, back in the second inning. He has power, 4 home runs this year, 9 hits, 7 hard. Austin takes his lead at first. The 0-1 from Asher. Swing and a miss. Shirts on in front. 0-2. Austin has not stolen a base this year. He's not stealing this season either. So not really a guy to run. Takes his lead though at Washington, holding him on. And the 0-2 is down and away. Try to get him to chase. He would not. 2 games earlier today, by the way, in the Atlantic League, defeated the Barnes Slugfest 13-9 for Magazine Stadium for 3 hits. Corey Reardon got the win and improved to 2, and Castle in the 1-4. 1-2. Ground ball. Moreno feed to second base for first is in time. A 5-4-3 around ending 5-3 double. And that will retire for the Rockers here in the bottom of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, a walk because of the double play. The bases are left empty. We'll make to the 5th with a 2-0 lead.
Hey, this is pitcher Alex Katz, and you're listening to podcast.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot paver. Best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. Color throughout and guaranteed. Live life in Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
The specials. Introducing the Long Island Ducks Adult Zone at Bethpage Ballpark. Head down the left field line on the main concourse and enjoy a variety of delicious selections. Half-price domestic draft beers will also during all Thursday home games for Thursday. And there be a few rounds of cornhole while taking in the Ducks game. The Long Island Ducks Adult Zone, your beer and wine headquarters at the ballpark.
Well, we make our way. 5th inning. It is the Rockers leading the Ducks 2-0 rubber game of this 3. Rockers getting runs early on an RBI by Hector Gomez and a sac fly from Gio Alfonso in the 2nd inning. But Alec Asher, he's kept the Rockers off board each of the past innings. And pitcher, it is left-hander, I believe that is Daniel Gibson. Gibson is not listed with a number, but the only lefty that we could see that could be number 20. All the others listed their names, so we're going to assume right now it is Daniel Gibson. There is no graphic or announcement that has been made as to who this new pitcher is, but Matt Sergey done after 4 scoreless innings. And Sergey takes the for High Point. The Ducks will be their 7, 8, and 9 hitters in the inning. David Washington, Hector Sanchez, and Rando Moreno, the thumb. So here's Washington to bat from the left side. Comes set. And the first pitch is downstairs for ball number 1. 4 innings to get in a walk. 2 did not allow a. The only other man that got on base was Lou Ford, who reached on an error in the second inning. 1-0. Ball back to the screen behind home plate. Down at Washington, who struck out swinging his first time up back in the second. Lefty here as Gibson gets this. Here's the kick. Checked his swing and a pitch downstairs. They appeal to third and say that he started his swing, hold up. In fact, he literally up the bat as he started to bring that swing, go with the bat to not around. The third base umpire, Evan Morgan, count at 1. Gibson comes set. Here's the pitch. Down in the dirt. Washington would not chase. And that will even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gibson Rockers have season in the diamond. And Mississippi 4 games. 0.60 record. 2 runs in 5 innings. Gibson's 2-2. Washington might count. And spent his whole career in the D-backs. Was originally drafted by them in the 7th round, 13 at the University of Florida. Here comes the payoff pitch. Fires and fouls one. There's an out. 2. Rockers head on the road after the game tonight. The Ducks will do the same, but they head back towards home. Rockers will begin a road trip. 3-2. Gibson and Washington fouls off upstairs. Not going down without a fight is Washington. High Point will actually make it even further. 3 games against, and then come all the way back down to Waldorf, Maryland for 4 against the Blue Crabs. So they have quite a journey ahead of them. It's about 12 hours. Payoff pitch for strike 3. Washington goes down swinging. Second time Washington has struck out, and there's the first out here in the 5th inning. So 1-0 top half of the 5th inning. Goes down strikes. That'll bring Sanchez to the switch hitter batting from the right side. Here's the first pitch. Taking a little bit below the knees for ball 1. Then just a ground out to second base his first time. Was back in the inning. Had the day off yesterday with Ramon Cabrera catching. He's on 2. 1-0 is lifted. A shallow center. Leidendorf, the second baseman, going out. He makes the call. So I'll pop out to the second base. Out of this 5th inning. 7 Ducks in a row retired since the Ray Fuentes single with 1 out in the 3rd inning. That's been kind of the story for the Ducks this month of May. It's been a little bit hot, a little bit cold for the offense. Some they're swinging the bat really, collecting a lot of hits and getting runs up on the board. Other times they did in the 3-game losing season. What is going on here tonight where they haven't bring any base runners and get runs across home plate. Now it's Reyna Moreno. He swings first to third. Gomez Fields throws across in time for the out. And on 1 pitch, retired for the final out of the 5th inning. In order for the in a row, 8 straight now retired by the Rockers. Halfway through in the series finale, the Rockers lead 2-0.
Hey fans, this is fielder Matt Dendecker, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball. Long Ducks
Ducks broadcast.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hauppauge Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home and leisure guests. Radisson Hotel Hauppauge Long Island pool, center, a fitness center, and Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill, or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And it's only from Bethpage Ballpark, the Radisson Hotel Long Island, the official. Call 631-231-1100 today.
Hey, Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island Town team by visiting Quack, the official blog of the Long Island Quack Ducks fan headline, news stories, and more. Interact with the team during the entire season directly from the coaches, as well as exclusive video clips. Check out the blog today at quackofthewordpress.com. Quack of the official blog. Fans follow all season long as the Long Island the Chappies home run. If the Ducks hit 100 this season, Chappies will donate $5,000. Quacker Chappies food for caring for others is our mission. 18 home runs total this season. Tonight, all the Rockers scored single runs in the first and second innings. One of the two guys tonight, Gio Alfonso, will lead things off for High Point. Righty-righty matchup with Alec. First pitch from the Ducks is taken just below the for ball one. Alfonso back fly to center field, back in the run. Increase the Rockers' lead. And that pitch misses up and away for ball two from Asher. Don't have an official pitch count. Again, he went 4 innings, 61 pitches, and obviously going to be stretched out a little further tonight. 2-0. There's a strike. Outside, it's 2-1. Nothing doing for the Ducks in their bullpen. Meanwhile, righty Edwin Carl for the Rockers in their pen along the first base line. Asher's 2-1. Swinging a little tapper foul at the just getting a little touch of it. Driving into the dirt, the count 2-2. By the way, we were going down inning ago and got sidetracked. That for you here at the fifth. We mentioned the Bears fell to the Bees at home 13-9 earlier today. Reared in the win 2-2. McCaslin in the 1 hour. Asher's 2-2. And this one on the ground is short. Lombardozzi gobbles it up, throws in time for the out. So Alfonso with a ground ball to his shortstop counterpart, one away here in the fifth. In that game, hits combined between the two teams. Deaza hit his third home run, Amarista hit his third home run, and Galvez hit his third home run, all in the win. Thompson launched his 5th home run of the season loss for the Barnstormers. Lancaster used 7 pitchers in the game. First pitch here is taken for a strike by Tyler Ladd, 0-1. Earlier was the York Revolution defeating the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 5-4 at Peoples Bank Park. Line drive here by Ladendorf. That's a base hit, and it'll head into the corner. Around first, Ladendorf second, and stop right there with a 1-out double. For Tyler so far, a single. He's also scored a run. After his 10th double of the year, puts him at second with 1 out. That'll bring up Breland. Julio Perez got the win today for York. He improved to 1-7 months, 1-1, and up his first save of getting 2 from Nash to Hayes. Corey Vaughn hit his 4th homer. Frank Martinez his 2nd for the Blue Crabs in the defeat. So Ash out, 3rd hit of the day for the Rockers. . First pitch from Ash, swing and a miss as Almedo downstairs for strike one. One going on right now, that is in Bridgewater, New Jersey, where the Somerset Patriots are taking on the Sugarland Skeeters. Right now, the Pats have a 2-0 in the inning. Here comes Ashton. Called as stepping out was Almadova, who has struck out and grounded out back to the mound in his 2 at-bats thus far. The 0-1. Second base. Plays at first. He makes it there in time for the out. So Almadova grounds out. He is now 0 for 3. To third base goes Tyler Ladendorf. Well, the runner at third and 2 outs. That'll leave it up to the third baseman, Hector Gomez. So I mentioned Somerset with a lead. Dallas and Hill tonight for the Skeeters. The Patriots going to Yak. Coming into the game in relief. Flores and Kengor have driven in the RBIs thus far for Somerset. Here's the right. He fouls it off into the Ducks. 0-1 the count on one today. The Mets 6 and Nationals run 8th. Gazelman the win improved to 1-0. Suero to 1-4. Diaz with his 12th here. Carlos Gomez at his first home run of the season for the Mets. A 3-run in the win. Gomez takes downstairs by Sanchez. Run. Not leaving the on a strike. Yankees 6-5 over the Orioles as in the bottom, but then took the lead back in the ninth. Tommy Canley the winning. Michael Given fell to 0-2. Zach Britton of the year. Frazier is 9th homer. Both he's in the win, in the loss for Baltimore. 1-1. Here's again blocked by Sanchez. 1. It's about to get underway in Milwaukee. 5 of the Eastern Finals in the NBA. The Bucks are tied at pivotal. 2 ball, 1 strike on Gomez, who has an and a pop out tonight. Runner at third and out. And to the plate. And Gomez ball that just missed below the knees. Close pitch. Wanted it to. But home plate umpire said it was too far there. So the count out 3-1. A good hitter, Gomez. Asher a long look in. Now he's set. Here we one. Fires and Gomez grounds it foul. Third base. Back at 3. And now the count full at 3-2. Three ball, 2 coming up here. A 2-0 lead. Out hit 3-1. Tyler Ladendorf, the runner at third base. He had doubled with 1 out in the. Here comes a off pitch. Gomez a swinging a ground ball hit to the short. He fields, throws on the run in time. And retire this nice play by Ash and the runner at third. Getting 1 man rockers. Played it tonight. Series finale. The team. Nothing the Ducks.
Fans listening to Ducks baseball. Last net.
We asked people, does efficiency do?
Energy efficiency? It means finding ways to save dollars on my electric bill each month.
PS Long Island is introducing smart technologies that let you control how much energy you use.
It really is to keep Long Island green, so future generations can enjoy our island's beauty.
And we're partnering on renewable sources that will keep Long Island for generations. For all of our energy programs at psliny.com/.
Group out to the ball game this season and all the fun at discounts with the picnic area. party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank, the Nicolak Dream Team, in performance or shag during Duck practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-25. Group Sales Department, Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Well, we head to the 6th inning. The Long Island Ducks point Rockers 2-0. New pitcher is in for his right-hander Edwin Carl. Over after a scoreless inning in the 5th from Daniel Gibson in his Rockers. So Carl over on the mound for High Point. And for the Ducks, they'll send up the top of their order Fuentes, Lombardozzi, and Neuenhuis to the plate. As we hit the 6th inning, it's also time for tonight where we test your Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. You mentioned that we were going to allude to it later in the broadcast. Well, here is the time. Yesterday, having his contract purchased by the Arizona Diamondbacks organization, he is going to be assigned to the Single-A Hillsborough Hop. They're the short season Single-A affiliate of the Diamondbacks located in Hillsborough, Oregon. Question to you, who is the manager of the Hops? Ray Fuentes fouls the first pitch off for strike one. So you know who the manager is of the Hills. Currently, our hint to you, he is a former member of the Long Island Ducks. So we'll let you think about it. Answer in the bottom of this 6th inning. Fuentes takes the side to even the count at 1-1. Fuentes is 1 for 2. He has single on a base, but also was stranded on base back in the 3rd and grounded out to second his first time up. Takes downstairs again. Count goes to 2-1. He's got the only hit of the day thus far for Long Island. They're being out hit 3-1 by the Rockers thus far. 2-1 is smacked in the air deep to right center field. Long run back for the center fielder. He won't get it. One hop and off the wall. Fuentes going to second and going to third. Here comes the throw. Not in time, but I think they're going to send him back to second base. The fans think he was out. This is going to be the right call. This is absolutely the right call. I wanted to call it, and as the play was going on, but this is the right call. Jones, who is the first base umpire, was out there, and he ruled it a ground rule double, and that's the right. Bounced off the turf, and it hit the wall in right of the batter behind home. And the right field up once it hit to second. And it helps out the Rockers the fact that Fuentes only gets 2 bases. He was going for third, but actually they threw there and go out. That's why you heard the roar from the fans. And that was an out. So rookie base, nobody out here. Steve Lombardo takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. So for Ray Fuentes, that is his first double of the season and his second hit of the night. And he drove that ball enough to get out. It was in the deepest part of the ballpark here. See that even one down by 2. They were down by 1. Certainly you can see Lombardozzi moving. Shortstop has walked and popped out foul to the catcher thus far tonight. Here comes the one. Carl. Ground ball hit towards the middle. That's going to sneak through a base hit. Third an RBI single off Steve Lombardozzi. Batters into this 6th inning, the first run of the night. Make it a total of 13 straight games. Give him an RBI. The scoring his 18th run of the season. So the Ducks are able to break the shutters against Edwin Carl, a double, a single. And the Ducks have their first close to within 2-1. Now Kirk next to the plate. Lombardozzi takes his lead at first. Carl's first pitch. Neuenhuis takes a fastball low. 1 ball, no strikes. Carl on the season has pitched of 1 game. He actually made a start. And through 2 2/3 innings, allowing 3 runs, 1 earned, 5 hits, walked 1, 2. Neuenheim foul tips of Austin. 1 strike. Neuenheim fly out to left, to short in his 2 as far in the game. 1. Carl delivers. Neuenheim drives it in the air to right side. Back to Cardullo. So Neuenheim hit it well. A deep catch and by Cardullo for the first out of the inning. Neuenheim now over 3. So it's somewhat series for this Neuenheim. So that'll bring LJ Mizak, second baseman. Neuenheim is now 0 for 11 series, has scored a run, walked, and stolen a base. So 1 out, runner still at first, and a throw over to check. Ducks would love to get Lombardozzi in a scoring. Have 4 steals this year in games. We'll see if he takes off at any point, though, as the top only thrown out on the bases. To Mazzilli takes side for ball number 1. Jay on the night for the Ducks has gone 0 for 2. He's grounded into a grounded out to third base. But back. Mazzilli hits a ground ball to short. This should be to second. Isn't. Fourth. James started second and then stopped. Out of the double play. But either way, the inning is over. Get on the score. 1 run, 2 hits in the inning, no errors, and because of the double play, it's empty. After 5.5 innings, Rock Ducks won.
Fans, this fielder Steve Lombardozzi and to Ducks on the island.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field. Roberts are not decided it. That was another home run for the Ducks, and what's more fun run that helped win a game? How about a home the community win? Chaparral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappies Home Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers, this Chappies Federal donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. So hitter goes season for the Chappies Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chaparral Home, where others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. Constantly updating social media with actions, ballpark promotions, and much more. Prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account, book it, and then visit us at facebook.com/LI, Twitter/LI Ducks. Long Island's biggest Ducks fan, get connected now.
Ducks have cracked before they close to within 2-1 on an RBI single by Steve Lombardi. So we go to the bottom of the inning, and Long Island is going to go to the bullpen here after innings tonight from Alec Asher. It is going to be Enrique Burgos who comes in. Early here, seems to have relinquished that to George Contos, but Burgos will come on and pitch here this inning. Ducks by High Point. Steve will lead things off. First pitch swinging it off. First base side, and the count goes to. So Alec Asher goes 5 innings tonight. 3 hits, 2 which were earned. Walked a total of 2 batters in the game. Struck out 3. Foul into the glove of Hector Sanchez by Cardullo, and it's quickly 0-2. Cardullo 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a foul pitcher. Meanwhile, the Rockers get their pitchers loose. Brian Clark, the left bullpen. From and that by Cardullo. Just getting a piece to stay alive. We'll do it again in 2. Overall, a fair outing by Alec Asher. Limited to 2.5 innings. He did hit a couple of that helped bring home a run for High Point. Here's the 0-2. Burgos fires. Cardullo fouled back. Nice job to fight off a couple of tough pitches here for Steven Cardullo. Again, had a good first game. 4 hits for the Rockers and 4 runs scored, but struggled yesterday, and again is 0 for 2 today. Burgos working out of the stretch is set. And the 0-2 back to the screen once again. Try to get him on the high fastball. Burgos last pitch in game 2 of the doubleheader on Saturday. Took a no decision. He retired the only batter he faced. Pitched on Friday night save against New Britain with a score striking out 1. It'll be another 0-2 here as Cardullo continues to fight off some tough pitches from Burgos. Right-hander ready, kicks and comes home, and Cardullo lifts this one in the air to shallow right, going out Mazzilli. And I'll make a catch. Nice James Mazzilli. A little flare to shallow right, and Mazzilli got a good read on it. 1 away as Cardullo softly to right field, and that'll bring up the left fielder Quincy Lattimore. Burgos has pitched in 8 games for the Ducks. He's recorded 3 saves, has a 2-1 record with a 4.32 ERA. 4 runs allowed on 9 hits over 8 1/3 innings. He has walked 1 and struck out 11. First pitch from Burgos, and the breaking ball misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. Lattimore tonight is 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch back in the first inning. First pitch to the back, didn't intentional in any way, but first time been hit, and then he flied to right back in the 3rd. Here he hits a ground ball to 3rd base. Rando Moreno gobbles it up, throws across in time for the out. 5-3 on the putout as was retired. 2 away in the bottom half of this. Leave it up to the Brett Austin for the Rockers. I can tell by looking through our video strip, but there is netting that extends down the lines. First and third base, about 2/3 of the way into the outfield for the protection ends. And this is a very intimate ballpark. Only 10 rows of seats account for the seating bowl. From the right field foul pole all the way out to the left field line where the picnic area is. A couple of rows of seats out in right and in. So a 2 away, up to the plate steps. Switch hitter, so he hits from the left side. First pitch, and Austin takes a fastball strike, 0-1. By the way, the answer to our trivia question, we wanted to know who the manager was of the Hillsborough Hops, where Ross will join in the Diamondbacks organization. The answer is Javier Cole, an infielder that played with the Ducks in 2010 and 2011. Now, and that pitch misses high and inside, up the count at 1 ball. Burgos comes set. Here's 1-1. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball by him. That'll move the count to 1-2.
I don't think he's out here.
Enrique Burgos the side in order in the 6th inning. High Point's been kept off the scoreboard since the 2nd. Now the Ducks getting a run in the top of the 6th inning, closing to within a run. Ball game in favor of the home team. 1-2 from Burgos, and that fastball misses high to even up the count at 2-2. Brian Clark continuing to warm in the bullpen. It looks like he is just about ready to end the game for the Rockers. He'd be the 3rd reliever of the night after Edwin Carl gave one in the 6th inning, and Daniel Gibson sitting in the 5th. 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike three. Chasing down in the dirt was Austin. Enrique Burgos records his first strikeout. And a 1-2-3 right-hander in the bottom of the sixth. Rockers go in. We go to the seventh in the series finale. It is 2 at Long Island 1.
Hey fans, this is Catch, and you are listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Imagine you can't feel your arm, can't speak. There's a blood clot in your brain. You're having a stroke. You're taken to the Stroke and Brain Aneurysm Center at Good Samaritan Hospital, the South Shore's only comprehensive stroke center. Now imagine a team of surgeons with the most advanced equipment, pinpointing the blood clot and the quickest way to remove it. And coming home, no side effect. The Stroke and Brain Aneurysm Center at Good Samaritan Hospital, 631-376-44, a member of Catholic Health Services.
Tickets for your Long Island Ducks are on now. 20 fireworks shows, new options, and premium giveaways throughout the season. And all the family fun at Bethpage Ballpark.
Hey Ducks fans, it's Wally Back, manager of your Long Island Ducks. I'm looking forward to seeing you at the ballpark. Get tickets at liducks.com.
Tickets, call 71940-TIXX or head to liducks.com.
Left-hander Bryant, the new pitcher, in for the High Point Rock, takes over after Edwin Carl allowed a run on 2 hits in inning number 6. Able to get without any further damage thanks to a flyout and a double play. 2-1 High Point Rockers as the Ducks and the Rockers battle it out for the series win. First 2 games of this series today will not be won. Game 1, an 11-0 win for High Point. In Game 2, a 7-0 for the Ducks. That is where we go to the top of the 7th inning. It'll be Dendecker things off. Dendecker will be followed by 5, 6 in the order. Some said he'll work out of the stretch. First, and Dendecker fouled to the screen behind plate. Nothing at all. Dendecker's got base to left field in the 4th. Lots of lefties in this bullpen. 5 that they're roster. Between Clark, Gibson, Rosa, and Tolliver. This one misses low. That'll leave up the count at 1-1. Leo Sergi Rosa addition to the today by High Point. Here's the one. And deck downstairs. He's good. Works the count to 2-1. Dendecker is 4 coming into play. He's had a series thus far. Again, we mentioned the double yesterday. Smacks one onto the ground. Stop Alfonso. Throws to first in time for the out. So ground ball to short. 1 away here in the 7th. For 3. He's now 2 for 11 in the series with a pair of doubles. So and that'll bring up the designated hitter Lou Ford for Long Island. Brian Clark season he's pitched in 7 Rockers, 1-0 record, no ERA. He's allowed 1 on 10 in the 3rd innings, 5 hits, 2 walks, and has struck out 10. First pitch to Ford, and he takes the fastball outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Ford is 0 for 2. Reached on an error in the 2nd baseman Hector Gomez, and then struck out. 1-0. This one chopped in front of the mound. Clark has the field play. Took a weird bounce off the turn. Just took an awkward bounce and actually looked like it had some English on it where it went back closer towards home plate. So Ford will beat it out. That'll be an infield single for the Ducks designated for Long Island, their 4th hit of the game. is now 1 for 3. And that makes 3 for 8 in the series with a run scored. Tying run is aboard for Allen with 1 out in the 7th. And David Washington will come to the plate. Ducks have a couple of speed options available if they want a pinch run. First pitch to Washington is taken for a strike, 0-1. They have Daniel Fields and Vladimir Frias available as speed off the bench. And for the tying run here in the 7th inning. Washington over 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Here's the pitch. Checks his swing. And I don't believe he went. Now they ask for an appeal, and they say he did go. Third base umpire by second base making the call. That was Kevin Morgan. The count quickly 0 on the Ducks first baseman. Schroeder holds on forward. Here's the pitch, and Washington is swinging a miss for strike 3. So Washington, he strikes out for the 3rd time tonight, all swinging. First strikeout for Clark. Now with 2 away, that is going to lead catcher Hector Sanchez. So Ford remains at first with 2 down. Here comes Sanchez. Switch hitter from the right side. First pitch, and he'll swing and lift the fly ball in the air. Right. Racing in is Cardullo, and he makes a sliding catch. By right, Stephen Cardullo towards the line, makes the slide as he went in a foul, and that will retire here in the 7th inning. Cardullo, and it keeps the Ducks off the scoreboard. No runs in the inning. There was 1 hit because of the great left on base. We'll make our way to 7th. Rockers 2, Ducks 1.
This is Ramon Cabrera, in the Ducks Baseball Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Sayville Ford, the no-fees dealer, has been family-owned and operated since 1997. Their state-of-the-art facility features a showroom new pre-owned and commercial vehicles. Plus, every vehicle comes with a year 100,000-mile power warranty. Some exclusions apply. Service is open from 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. Service drives for your convenience and comfort. For Islands and is conveniently located off exit 50 on Sunrise Highway. Online at SayvilleFord.com.
Have your at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt, and autographed baseball. Refreshments including hot dogs, chip cakes, frozen ice treats, and so much more. Best of all, the child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-440-3825. Parties with the Long Island Duck. Once and well, we go to the inning. The Ducks one. A nice look, robbing a potential base hit off the bat of Hector Sanchez down the right line. Could not. It would have been a fair ball or a foul ball on that sliding catch by Cardullo, but either way, a nice catch to end the inning. And now as we go to the bottom of the 7th, Enrique Burgos will come back to the mound to pitch for. He had tossed away in the 6th. I'll try to do the same in the 7th. Bottom of the order for High Point, Miles again, and he takes a strike over the outside and 1. Sam Runyon has begun to get loose in the high pen. So it looks as though he would come in to pitch the 8th inning for the Rockers. Schroeder, the switch hitter. And the pitch here is taken low. Leaving up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike on this hot, humid night. Quite a few buggies out in the crowd here this evening. Been a very warm day, a very warm night. Temperatures have been in the 80s. They might have dipped down into the 70s now. We don't have a thermometer here to tell officially. One miss, cutting through the high fastball was Schroeder, and the count 1-2. Burgos working out of the strike and comes set. Kicks and fires. And lays off a high ball here. Leaving up the count. Balls and 2 strikes. Burgos is ready to go. Here comes the 2-2 to Schroeder. Outside. High by the switch hitter Schroeder, and that'll work the 3-2. Washington playing right along the line at first, and well back. Middle infielders out on the edge of the outfield. Payoff pitch now from Schroeder. Righty kicks and comes home, and Schroeder swings for strike 3. Burgos blows the fastball by him. Second strikeout in a row for Enrique Burgos. And there's in this half of the 7th inning.
Number 8, Richie Schaefer.
That'll bring Richie Schaefer to the plate, the designated hitter, batting in the 8th spot for High Point. 6 in a row retired by the Ducks pitching staff since the Tyler Ladendorf double in the 5th. Swing and a miss here is chasing downstairs. Was the DH Schaefer. 0-1. Schaefer is 0 for 2 today with a fly out to center and a double play ground out. Burgos from the stretch. To the plate, and the 0-1 is swung. Chasing down and away was Schaefer, in the count quickly, 0-2. One out, bases empty. Bottom of the 7th inning. The Ducks trailing by a run. Of this 3. Sam Runyon continuing to get loose for High Point. And the 0-2. Swing and a just getting a little piece of it was Schaefer, and it looked like it stung the catcher a little bit, Hector Sanchez, on that right hand. He's looking down at that right. He's had that happen a couple times this year where he's gotten the ball off his right hand. The base is empty. Got to be very careful as a catcher to make sure that right hand underneath your leg, behind your thing. You do not want to get a foul ball off of that barrel, especially with all the little bones inside your hand and wrist. One of those shut down for quite some time. Still 0-2 here on Richie Schaefer. Shows is actually Schaefer batting. And the 0-2 from Burgos is swung on and missed for strike 3. Burgos another fastball by Richie Schaefer. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the 8th, and the 7th, for Burgos. He's got 3 Ks in an inning and 2. And with 2 down, that's going to leave it up to the shortstop, Giovanni Alfonso.
Giovanni Alfonso.
Burgos, a former leaguer, spent parts of 2 seasons in the big league with the Arizona Diamondbacks. His first pitch to Alfonso was cut on and missed for strike 1. Meanwhile, Alfonso, we talked about as a former Duck, played 106 games with Long Island in 2017 and hit 945 RBIs, and he had 112 hits. 275 games with Single A Columbia in the Mets organization. The 0-1, fouled behind the plate. Quickly to 0-2. Enrique Burgos, 1 inning here in the 7th. And has out 2 in the inning. And we'll see if he can strike out the side, if he can get Alfonso down on strike. Burgos is ready to go on the hill. Here's the 0-2 to Alfonso. Swinging a fly ball in the air to right. Kirk Neuenhuis racing. Won't get there, but it'll land. One hop facing it. Good effort by Neuenhuis to race over towards the line, but cannot. Now looking for a fence to throw it to. And he fires it towards one. up in the top row down the right field line. We'll do it again at 0-2. Alfonso, as we mentioned, has done a very good job going for base hits. He has that pack swing. He ball the other way. We have another road coming up from Alfonso. Right-hander Burgos is set to go. The pitch is a fastball high and inside. Knocked Alfonso down to the seat of his pants in the area near home plate. So he takes a ball and the count goes to 1-2. Bases are empty here for the Rocker. Leading 1. Pitch from Burgos. Swing and a miss for strike 3, but the ball goes back to the backstop. Sanchez Fields will have no play at first. And Giovanni Alfonso will reach with 2 outs in the inning. Give Burgos his 4th strikeout, 3rd of the inning. Ball down in the dirt on the wild pitch. Alfonso will reach. And the Ducks have to hope that that does not come back to bite them. Now Tyler Ladendorf, who has had a terrific day at the plate, will come up to the plate with a runner at first and 2 down. Ladendorf has walked and singled and doubled in his 3 trips to the plate tonight, and now has an opportunity to come to the plate with a first and 2 men out. There goes Alfonso for high, the throw not in time. Alfonso slides in safely ahead of the tag from L.J. Mazzilli. So a stolen base for Alfonso, who waits time by Enrique Burgos. 4th steal in 6 attempts this year for Alfonso, and he is now in scoring position with 2 away. Now you get extra outs, they could certainly make you. And now Burgos has to bear down after his wild pitch on Alfonso allowed him to reach. Ladendorf. Dixon comes home. Ladendorf makes a breaking ball strike over the outside corner. That'll even up the count at 1-1. Sugarland has rallied back. They now have a 4-3 lead over Somerset in the 8th inning, so that is certainly good news for the Ducks. Of course, that even makes it more desirous of come back and ball game. Keep their hold on first place in the division. 1-1. Ladendorf a swing and a miss, late on a hard fastball from Enrique Burgos over the outside corner. And the count goes to, we mentioned earlier today, the Bees defeated the Bombers 13-9, the Revolution 5-4 over the Blue Crabs. Mets beat the Nationals 4, Yankees 6-5 winners over the Orioles. The 1-2 pitch from Burgos to Ladendorf. Alfonso leads off second. Burgos home and Ladendorf takes down in the dirt, and that skips past Sanchez. Second wild pitch of the inning by Burgos. That is now Alfonso to advance to 3rd. So 2 wild pitches here by Burgos, who had 2 wild pitches in his first 8 1/3 innings this year, but misses down in the proverbial dirt, but the turf for strike 3 down. Now downstairs again as it bounced past Sanchez. So 2-2 the count here with a runner at 3rd and 2 men out. Burgos comes set. Kicks and delivers, and Ladendorf swings in. He a high fastball. 4 strikeout for Enrique Burgos. Has 5 on the 2 scoreless innings of relief. Enrique, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. Counts in an inning, not often, but Burgos does it here in the 7th. We'll take this game to the 8th. 2-1 Rockers lead.
This is pitcher Brandon Sherman, and you the Ducks Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so... It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Nicolot.com.
Hey, are you looking for fun when you come out to a long game? Then head on over to the zone. Located the right line. There you'll find 3 brand new, including tail slide, the bounce house, obstacle course, and enjoy unlimited access to all 3 inflatables for just $5 a game. That's Fun Zone, open during all home games at Page Ballpark.
Michael Pollock with you here at BB&T Point in Hot Carolina. The 2-1 lead of the 8th inning. Fans coffee is brewing at the first and third Page Ballpark. Homebrewed iced coffee is available. Grab yourself a Ducks blend from Hampton. Your next visit. Page Ball. Well, we go to the top inning. Sam hander is pitch. Crab right. Will take the hill for the Rockers, and for the Ducks, they'll be 9, 1, and 2 hitters in the inning. The face Runyon looking to plate the tying run, if not take the lead. Point has had the lead since the bottom of the first inning. Single runs in the first 2 innings. To plate a run since, the Ducks got their run in the 6th. Quick chat between Runyon and his catcher, Brett Austin, on the hill. And now Austin will return to his spot behind the plate, and we'll get ready to play in the 8th inning. Rando Moreno to lead off. 2 on the night thus far. Ducks are out here 4-3, but trailed by a run. First pitch from Runyon, and Moreno smacks one in the air to right center field. On the run is the center fielder, Breland Almadoka, to catch. Another first pitch swing from Moreno. Solid piece of contact, but he has been somewhat this year. He is swinging out frequently during the course of this season, but hit the ball hard many times, has not gotten it to fall enough. So 0 for 3 on the day, now 9 for 48 on the year, 1 away, and back to the top of the order we go for Ray Fuentes. The season for the Rockers has pitched in a total of 11 games, 0-1 record and a 1.38 ERA. First pitch, and Fuentes takes downstairs for ball 1. Hype, who is out for the Rockers, his way over here to some of the fans down the right field line by us, who are all taking photos with him. Looks just like a big old rocking horse. 1-0 is low again, and Fuentes ahead in the count at 2 balls and no strikes. Fuentes has had a good day at the plate. He's 2 for 3 with a single and a double. He has scored a run, stolen a base, his 4th. Here we go. Stranded at third in the 3rd, and then came home on the Lombardosi RBI single. Here he drives one high and deep in the air, but foul down the right field line. This on the Concord our right, and a couple going after the baseball, and they come away with it. And very nice, they give it to an older gentleman. So the count goes to 2-1 on Ray Fuentes. Double, by the way, in the 6th, the ground rule double. Gave him his first double of the year. He had 2 homers, but no other extra base hits on the season. Here comes the 2-1. Fuentes, a ground ball hit to short. Giovanni Alfonso fields and throws to first for the out. 2 for 4 now for Fuentes. Retired by the High Point pitching staff. Runyon in his 11 games has 1 save. It's allowed in 13 innings. He's given up runs, 2 of them earned. 1 walk and 7 strikeouts. Inning if Asher will come on and pitch in the 9th inning for High. And out with in this top of the. Here's Steve Lombardosi to the plate. First pitch swinging, he grounds it foul to the first base side. And the count goes to 0-1. Lombardosi with a hit and a walk tonight. Drove in a run with that single in the 6th. 14th RBI. Sandwiched in between a foul pop back in the 3rd. Here comes the 0-1. Runyon deals. And this swung and grounded foul to the first base side. Once again by Lombardosi. And that'll move the count quickly to 0-2. Runyon trying to complete a 1-2-3 8th. Keep the Rockers in front by a run. Pitch, and Lombardozzi drives it high right field. Cardullo to the warning track, and it's off the top of the wall. Back field. Lombardozzi, he'll stop right. He is safely double, and his reaction. He was that close. Times it by maybe below the yellow line, and Karen back. Second behind the two. He'll have his second hit at double season. He's at second down in the inning. Just mid tying home right. And now Kirk Neuenhuis to the Ducks. Not sure what's going on. There's a little bit of a delay. As Kirk Neuenhuis played, the umpire had his off. It seems like he is ready to go. So here's Kirk Neuenhuis, who's 0 for 3 on the day, still looking for his first hit of this series. He's 0 for 11. Boy, now would be a good time to come up with it. First pitch from Runyon. Neuenhuis takes the swing low. Check this swing. They appeal and say not go. So the count goes to 1 ball and no strikes on. A fly field in the top, about third in the sixth. The 1-0. Neuenhuis takes down and in, had a day away of it, and now he's got a good hitter's count against Runyon at 2 balls and no strikes. Ducks for their 5th hit of the day, put the tying run at second with 2 outs here in the. Kirk Neuenhuis, who has a total of 17 RBIs, second on the team behind, trying to bring him home. The 2-0. Fastball catches the outside corner. Letter high. Count to 2-1. Tight ball game here between the Ducks and the Rockers in the series finale. Rubber game of this 3-game. Lombardozzi leads at second, and the 2-1. Drive in the air to left towards the line. That one face hit. Lombardozzi is in to score. New for second. He'll stop there. A 2-out RBI double the other way for Kirk Neuenhuis, and the Ducks have tied the game at 2 here in the top of the 8th inning. Ducks come through with back 2 balls here. Lumber off the wall, and Neuenhuis down the line to just there for Neuenhuis, his 18th run batted into the year, his 7th double of the season. And Lombardozzi and Neuenhuis come through to even the score. And now the Ducks with a chance to get the lead. They've got the lead run at with 2 outs. And now LJ comes to the plate. Pitch. Billy will take a fastball strike over the outside. 0-1. So that's off the hook for the loss. Line for the L before the 2-out double. Lombardozzi is here in the 8th. 0-1 to Mazzilli. Takes an off-speed pitch that just caught the outside corner for a strike. Mazzilli did not agree. And now they count 0-2. And Sam Runyon trying to send this game to the bottom. Further damage. The Ducks now out hitting the Rockers 6-3 in this one. Here comes the 0-2. Runyon kicks and fires, and Mazzilli takes downstairs by LJ Mazzilli. Was 0 for 3 tonight, and he's playing 90 base 10 in a row to the game. He's grounded into a 4 to third and grounded into a 6. Bunch of base hits. Give the 1-2 taken outside. And the count. In the on-deck circle is Matt Dendecker. Kirk Neuenhuis has good second, 60. 2-2. Call 3. Pitch just nipped the outside corner. Mazzilli did not, but Runyon on LJ Mazzilli and avoids any further trouble in the top of the 8th inning. The Ducks are able to tie this game. Back-to-back 2-out doubles by Steve Ozzie and Kirk Neuenhuis. 2 hits, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th ball game. game all tied at 2.
Hey, fans, Ray for the Ducks baseball on the Long Island Ducks Network.
Hey, Ducks. The official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away for both business and leisure. Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Phil Restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. 631-231-100 today. 631-231-1100.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Like Clear Vision apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. It's straight from your receive game status updates, notifications, check out up-to-the-minute news and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you feel. Tied the game thanks to a run in the 6th and a run in the 8th, and run in the 8th coming on back-to-back 2-out doubles from Steve Rosie and Kirk Neuenhuis. So Long Island back, they fell behind 2-0 after the first 2 innings. They have come out with 2 runs. And now on the mound is Vin Mazzaro for the pitch in the bottom of the 8th. Brandova will lead off, and the first pitch is taken for us. 0-1 the count. Almadova, the 2-hitter and center fielder, over 3. The strikeout and 2 ground. Here comes the 0-1. Mazzaro kicks and comes home, and Almadova takes downstairs, skips away from Sanchez. 1-1. Enrique Burgos with 2 tremendous innings on the mound. Struck out 5 batters over those 2 innings. It's reaching on 4 of those came in the inning through 2 wild pitches, no hits, runs, or walks for Enrique Burgos. The 1, and that pitch misses outside off the glove. It's 2-1. So it'll be Almadova, Gomez, and Cardullo. The 3 right-handers do bottom of the 8th as Mazzaro tries to send the 9th tied at 2. Meanwhile, Trevor Frank, a righty, has begun to warm in the bullpen for High Point. Here's the 2-1, swinging a little tapper on the ground towards third, charging in Mazzaro. Fields, barehanded, throw to first, it's wide. It'll go down the right field line, but Washington does a good job to get there and prevent Almadova from advancing. It was not an easy play for Moreno. He had a race in on it, fielded barehand, and his throw was very wide. We'll see how it is ruled. But either way, the leadoff is on for the Rockers here in the 8th inning. They will rule it an infield single. The 4th hit of the night for High Point. Almadova. So the go-ahead run is on with nobody out in the bottom of the 8th inning as Mazzaro another hit. He quite a few early in this season. 10 games he's conceded now, 16 hits in 8 innings. Has a record of 1-1, a 4.5 ERA. Runs, 4 runs earned allowed in 2/3 innings. He's walked 4 and struck out 10. Gomez squares to bunt, pulls back and takes low for ball number 1. Gomez, the 3-hitter, and does not have a sack here. He's 1 for 3 tonight with an RBI double that came way back in the 1st. No pitch from Mazzaro. Almadova lead. Here's the pitch. Gomez takes a strike this time. Almadova has tried to steal times. He has been caught all 4 times, including twice by Hector Sanchez in the series opener. Here comes a 1-1. Stepping Mazzaro. Much time we're and won the count. Very slow moving in High Point. much offense. Rockers trying to get the lead back after losing it this inning. Runner goes. The pitch from Mazzaro is a check swing. The throw down to second base. The successful steal of the year for Braylon Alma. Moves the go-ahead running position. What he ball. Mazzaro in trouble right away. Field single to third and a stolen base. Go-ahead run into scoring position for him. Mazzaro comes set on the mound. Here is the 2-1 delivery. Gomez a swing and a miss as he chased down and away. And that'll even up 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mazzaro pitched a scoreless inning in the 8th here yesterday. Gave hits but struck out 2. Sanchez goes quick chat just to go on, and that is it. The count even up at 2 balls and strikes on the third baseman Hector Gomez. Middle infielders are back. Washington halfway at first. Moreno the same at third. Mazzaro kicks and fakes the throw back to second base just to keep Almodovar close to the bag. Right-hander looks behind one. Sanchez ready to go. Here's the 2-2. Drive. Caught the glove of the and everybody's going to be safe. Oh my goodness. Almost was L.J. Mazzilli on the liner up the middle. It fell off. Catch would have been 1 out with a second. And potentially Falmouth. No, I don't think he back. And then when you get any, it'll be an error on Mazzilli of the year. And now the runners at first and second with nobody out. Fielder Steven to the plate. Cleanup hitter. He does have 1 punt on the year. Tries to move here. First pitch does not square. 1 up in the air down the left field line. Long Dendecker makes the running catch along the line. The rulers have. So a big for Vin Mazzaro as Matt Dendecker chases down the foul. The bat from Card. In a game 8th inning, Cardullo does not try and move the runners over. So instead, getting out of the inning. It'll be Quincy Lattimore to the plate, who is 0 for 2 on the night, hit by a pitch. Ready. First pitch to Lattimore. Swing went off the mask of Sanchez. Almost back right on his back. Home plate umpire Benny Pigg doing his best. Him upright at home plate. So they can 1. Lattimore was hit by a pitch in the with 2 outs. Flied to right in the third. Landed out to third base his last time up. That was in the 6th. Against Enrique. 2 bottom half of the 8th inning. North Carolina. Rockers with 2 on. An infield single and an error. The 0-1 from Mazzaro. Down in the dirt. Great block made by Hector Sanchez. Turf, I should say, and Sanchez blocked. Runners count at 1-1. The last thing you want is a pitch here that can move Almodovar to third, which opportunity to the go-ahead run on a fly ball. So for the moment, still first and second with 1 out. Second going first. 1 start. Will step off. Gives Mazzaro come set. The runners take their lead. Here's the 1-1. Smash through in the left field of base. Almodovar around third. Score. Throw to Matt Den. Cut off. More down. Washington taking throw home. goes Lattimore, and as all is said and done, it is RBI single for Lattimore, and the Rockers have retaken the lead at 3-2. So Lattimore gets the job. His 24th RBI of the season, a ground ball past Dozy and into left field. Scores from second on the play. He's eventually out trying to score. And Lattimore ends up to second base. So it's now second beginning. Austin. After the Ducks rally to tie the ball game up with a run in the top of the 8th, Vin Mazzaro has given it back courtesy and an error. First pitch here, and Austin takes up and away number 1. I believe that run will be because of not the dropped line drive by L.J. Mazzilli. Still would have scored anyway because he would have been at second base with 2 outs there. The single happened. Austin hits a high fly ball deep to right center field. He's back on the track. He looks up and up at the scoreboard. A mammoth home run off the bat of Brett Austin. His year, 3 runs conceded by Mazzaro, and the Rockers now lead it 5-2. That a no-doubter off the bat of Brett Austin. Second of the RBI. Number 6 and season. Struggles for Vin continuing 2019. He's had some good appearances, but he's had some tough ones as well. And here in the 8th, the strike is Mazzaro. First pitch, and that taken for a called strike, 0-1. Second home run for the Rockers. Cardullo had the other in the first game of the series. The 0-1 pitch to Miles Schroeder. And Schroeder fouls one off. That'll run the count to 0-2. Trevor Frank continuing to warm for the Rockers in the bullpen. It looks as come on a pitch. 3 hits. Mazzaro here in the 3 runs have come home to give the Rockers the lead back after Long Island had come back to tie. 2 hit right side, another reach against Mazzaro here. Second time that Schroeder has been hit this game, and the time he's been hit by a pitch this season. Defenders have come to the plate here in the 8th. Have reached on an error, the others on hits and a hit. The runner, and here is Schaefer. That in this inning. Pitch, fly ball in the air, right. LJ out in a right field. He'll getting the leading 3 hits, 1 error. The big blow, the 2-run home run by Brett Austin after Quinn Moore's RBI single put the Rockers 1 on base. We go to the 9th. The Ducks trail 5-2.
Hey fans, this is Vin Mazzaro, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Broadcast Network.
We have a what does energy mean to you?
Energy finding electric bill.
Long Island is introducing smart technologies that let you control much energy.
To me, it really is important to keep Long Island green, so future generations can enjoy our island's beauty.
On renewable sources that will keep Long Island sustainable generations. Discover all of our energy programs at liny.com/.
Take your group out to the season and enjoy the fun of Ducks Based discounted prices with suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. The game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem. The Ridgewood Savings Bank color put on a pregame performance or shag fly balls during batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-3825 and ask Carpet. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
A 3-run bottom of the 8th inning for the Hawkers has given them a 5-2 lead. Long Island had fought back from a 2-0 deficit. They scored single runs in the 8th to tie the game at 2, but Vin Mazzaro struggles in the bottom of the 8th inning. An infield single started it all. There was an error in the mix as well, but ultimately an RBI. Quincy Lattimore gave the Rockers a 3-2 lead, and then a 2-out, 2-run home run off the bat of Brett Austin gives a 5-2 advantage and makes the task even tougher for the Ducks to try in the 9th inning. 3. Trey has taken over on the mound. He is the 5th reliever of the night for Matt's first 4. Runyon is in line for fight up that gave Long Island their second run and tied the score. And the first pitch taken by Matt Dendecker for a 2-1. So Runyon went 1 inning. He gave up 2 hits, 1 run. Both of the hits not walk a batter and 0-1 from Frank. Kicks and 5. Dendecker is swinging a miss. Late on the fastball. Count to nothing. So right now, Runyon in line for the win, and Mazzaro in line for the loss. Frank looking for the save. On the year, Frank has 7 save opportunities. He's 1-1 with a 3.24 ERA in 10 appearances. Here's the 0-2. And Dendecker, a half swing. They went around for strike 3. So Matt Dendecker is down swinging. First strikeout for the 6th for the Rocker pitcher. There's one away here in the 9th. A sort of silver lining. The Patriots have lost 4-3 at home to the Skeeters. Sugar Land scoring 4 runs in the 8th to turn a 3-0 deficit into a 4-3 lead and win. So even if Long Island drops this game, they'll stay a half game above the Patriots and be a half game behind High Point in the standings. Those 3 teams are going to be battling it out. It feels like the last day of the first half. First pitch taken by Lou Ford for a strike, 0-1. Ford is 1 for 3 today, an infield single back in the 7th. He's also and struck out. 2 teams even in the hit column with 6, but High Point's made the most of the Rockers. 2 errors. The Ducks have made 1. Now the 0-1 from Frank. Delivers. Ford a swing and a miss. Late on the fastball. Now the count quickly. Now these teams have long journeys after the game tonight. The Ducks will be heading back to Long Island, open a Memorial Day weekend series with the Skeeters tomorrow. Head up to New Britain to take on the Bees. Here comes the 0-2 from Frank. Kicks and Ford a swing and a foul ball. Just caught a little piece of it to stay alive. So we'll do it once again at 0 and Ford. And David Washington waits behind Ford. Washington 0 for 3 with the strikeouts today. Frank gets the sign. He comes. Another 0-2 to Ford. Kicks and Ford will take downstairs. Good eye by Ford. That'll move the count to 1-2. And Ford 3 for 8 now in this series. Did not play in the 2 for 5 yesterday with a run scored. Frank is ready to go on the hill. Here comes the 1-2 to kicks into Ford. Will swing and hit a tapper up the third base line, foul. Just caught another. Stay alive. Ford battling as we have typically him throughout his Duck. Never an easy out. To Ford. Sign catcher offset. Kicks in. It's a little tapper. First base fielded by Frank. He throws to out. Out of the 9th inning, and the Rockers 1 out of victory here. Have lost just one of their They dropped 2 of 3 to the York in the finale, that rain-shortened series. Rain-shortened. Ducks have 1 series split. Each of the 2 series split. One with the Bees, one with the Bees. And dropping 2 here in High Point. Pitch coming right to Washington. On the outside corner for strike number 1. Washington had a big day at the plate yesterday, 3 for 3 with singles, 2 night 0 for 3 strikeouts. Frank comes. And comes. Will swing and pop it up. The third base out of play. That'll run the to 0-2, and now the here. Ducks, who fell behind, came back late to tie. 3-run 8th inning for the Raiders has the Frank put the cap. A series win for Point. Right hand set. And the pitch comes home. Back. Washington stay alive, and we'll do it again at 0-2. Again, come led both by a half game innings, and the teams will be day after day alternating spots in the standings all the way until the final day of the first half. Last game before the All-Star break. From kick upstairs for Boston. These 2 teams will next meet Island early June. Game series page with the Rockers first to Long Island through the 9th. The Ducks will be back here June 14th, 15th, and 16th, Father's Day weekend. To David Frank. He fires Washington and a miss. Strike 3. Tonight, this ball game is 0-5 for the Long Island Ducks, and they earn in taking 2 so by the Ducks to come from behind. They trailed 2-0 early. They were able to round runs in the 6th and the 8th to pull even, but the struggles of Vin Mazzaro return in the bottom of the 8th as he allows 3 runs on 3 hits. Just win it. Don't go anywhere. The post came in here. The game honors. Point wins it 5-2.
Hey, catcher, and you are listening to Dog Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Way back is Joe. And he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1. That was another home run for the Ducks. And what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. The Ducks homers. Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Challenge Home Run Count board. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown. Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constant fans through transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you have to do is make a free account Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at Facebook.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Way to end this series for the Ducks. They fought the final count of 5-2. The Ducks rallied back after falling behind in the first 2 innings of the game. They rallied back with single runs in the 6th and the 8th, but a 3-run bottom of the 8th for High Point puts them in front for good. They take this game by the final count of 5-2, and they take 2 of the first 3. Ducks in their all-time series. Again, this was the first series of two teams. The first two games were shutouts, and 11-0 win for the Rockers on Tuesday, a 7-0 win for the Ducks yesterday, and today we'll decide who gets the series win. As we go through the recap, the Rockers got out to an early lead. Single runs in the first off of righty Alec Asher, making his second start for the Long Island Ducks. He allowed a leadoff walk and a one-out RBI double to Hector Gomez in the first that put the Rockers in front. Hit by pitch of Miles Schroeder in the second, who would go to second on a wild pitch, to third on a flyout, and score on a sac out of former Duck Gio Alfonso. And the Rockers a 2-0 lead. Settle in, he would keep the scoreboard over the innings of the game. And then in the top of the sixth inning, the Ducks got their first run. At that point, it was Edwin Carl who took over on the mound. Second relief after Matt Sergey went the first four, and Daniel Gibson pitched the fifth. And in the sixth inning, a leadoff double, a ground rule double by Ray Fuentes, and an RBI single up the middle followed by Steve Lombardozzi gave the Ducks their first run of the game. They closed the gap to 2-1, but a fly out by Kirk Neuenhuis and a double play ball hit into by Mazzilli ended that threat. The Ducks would then get the lead in the eighth inning after two dominant innings out of the bullpen by Enrique, who struck out 5. With 2 outs in the bottom of the eighth against righty Sam Runyon, Steve Lombardozzi off the top of the wall in right. Kirk Neuenhuis followed with an RBI double down the left field line and played the tying run. And the Ducks, even though they had the go-ahead run at second base with 2 outs, but Mazzilli struck out looking. In a pitch in the bottom up and down season, and tonight was a down night for him. A leadoff infield, Almadova, who then stole second base. Hector Gomez hit a line drive to second, dropped by L.J. Mazzilli, so on the error, 2 on with nobody out. Steven Cardullo popped that foul down the left field line for the first out of the inning. Quincy Lattimore came up big with the RBI single through the left side, scoring Almadova. They lead the ride 2. An out was made on the play when Gomez was caught in between third and home on a run down, and Lattimore went to second. And then Brett Austin followed with a mammoth 2-run homer to right off the front of the scoreboard for his second home run of the year. A 3-run eighth for the Rockers. They led it 5-2 at that point. And then Trevor Frank with a 1-2 ninth inning, striking out 2 to give High Point the 5-2 victory. Final totals from tonight's game for the Rockers: 5 runs on 6 hits and 2 errors. They left a total of 6 men on base. For the Ducks, 2 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. They 5. The winning pitcher is Sam Runyon in relief. He improves to 1-1 despite allowing a run on hits. Takes the loss. He falls to 1-2. He allowed 3 runs on 3 in 1 inning. The save goes to Frank, his 8th of the took a total of 2 hours and 36 minutes. There was a delay of 35 minutes at the start of the game due to sun, and an announced crowd tonight of 2,283. It's time to hand out tonight's Player of the Game honors, and tonight I'm going to give it to Brett Austin of the Rockers. He had the capper on the night with a big 2-run. Moore also gets recognition for his RBI single that gave the Rockers the win. Meanwhile, for the Ducks, Steve Lombardozzi was probably their best player. 2 for 3 at the plate, a single, a double, an RBI, a run scored, and a walk. Ray Fuentes also had 2 hits and scored a run. Take one more break. When we come back to the out-of-town scoreboard, then we'll wrap things from High Point tonight.
Hey fans, this is infielder Vladimir Frias, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Imagine you can't feel your arm, you can't speak, there's a blood clot in your brain, you're having a stroke. You're taken to the Stroke and Brain Aneurysm Center at Good Samaritan Hospital, the South Shore's only comprehensive stroke center. Now, a team of neurosurgeons with the most advanced equipment, pinpointing the blood clot and the quickest way to remove it. And imagine coming home with no side effects. Stroke and Brain Aneurysm Center at Good Samaritan Hospital, 31376-4444, a member of Catholic Health Services.
Tickets for Island Ducks are on now. Fireworks shows, new on-field promotions, premium giveaways throughout the season. Don't miss out on all the family fun at Bethpage Ballpark.
Hey Ducks fans, it's Wally Backman, manager of your Long Island Ducks. I'm looking forward to seeing you at the ballpark this year. Get tickets at liducks.com.
For tickets, call 634-0-TIXX or head to liducks.
Back here one time at BB&T Point, the Long dropped the series finale 5-2 to the Rockers, who end up taking 2 out of 3 in the series. Ducks falling 13-10 on the year. The Robins are team 9. High Point back in front in the Liberty Division by a half game over the Long Island Ducks. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. The Ducks remain in front of the Somerset Patriots in the standings because the fell at home 4-3 to the Skeeters, who scored 4 runs in the top of the 8th inning. 3-run deficit into a 4-3 lead. Winning pitch ended up being Matt Perkey, improved to 1-0. Broadway took the loss for Somerset. He fell to 1-1. Paulino, his 9th save of the year. Beeler and Kubiak were the starters in that one. Anthony Ginsanti's 3-run home run in the 8th inning, proving to be the winner for the Skeeters tonight. Flores had 2 RBIs. Kangor had the Patriots in the loss. Earlier today, the Bees Stormers 13-9 in Lancaster in a game that featured 31 hits between the two teams. Corey Reardon, the win, improved to 2-2. Jake McCaslin took the loss. He fell to 1-4. No save in that one. Plaza, Amarista, and Galvez all hit their 3rd home runs of the year with his 5th home run for the Barnstormers in the defeat. And it was the Revolution 5, the Blue Crabs 4 earlier today at People's Bank Park. Julio Perez, the win, improved to 1-1. Kevin Munson, the loss, fell to 1-1. And Young picked up his first save of the year. In the loss, Vaughn hit his 4th home run. Martinez his 2nd for the Blue Crabs. Totel had 2 RBIs. Nash, Tejeda, and Tripp 1 for the Revs in the win. Defeat the Nationals 6-4 thanks to a 3-run home run in the 8th inning from Gomez, his first in a Met uniform. Gazelman, the win, improved to 1-0. Suero, the loser, fell to 1-4. Diaz, his 12th save of the year. Yankees also winners. They defeated the Orioles 6-5 in Baltimore. Canley, the win, improved to 2. The loser fell to 0-2. And Britton, his 2nd save of the year. Frazier hit his 9th home run, void the Yankees in the win. Nunez went deep for his 10th of the season for the Orioles in the defeat. And in NBA playoff action, they're through 3 quarters in Milwaukee. The Bucks 40, Raptors 46, 5 of the East Finals, with the series tied at 2 apiece. So that'll do it for us tonight here at BB&T Points. We'll return back home in a 3-game weekend series against the Sugarland Skeeters. And the Skeeters have a visit to Bethpage. They won the championship on that field a year ago. For the Ducks, they'll send lefty Darren Downs to the mound tomorrow. Downs on the year has a record of 0-1, a 3.96 ERA through. It's mostly good. Had a tough time his last time out, so he'll certainly be looking to bounce back. Righty Mitch Talbot will start. The former Duck is 1-2 and has a 4.22 ERA on the season. Ducks will hit the road for a bus trip back to Long Island. The Rockers, meanwhile, will head up to New Britain, Connecticut, an even longer bus trip for them. But the Ducks will look to get back into first place in the division when they return home to face Sugarland this weekend. That'll do it for us tonight. BB&T, once again, the final score was the High Point Rockers 5, the Long Island Ducks 2. We invite you to join us for our next broadcast. That is going to be tomorrow night when the Ducks Skeeters open up a 3-game series on Long Island. Pregame show at 6:35. Follow all the action on the Long Island Ducks broadcast. My name is Michael Pollock. Thank you so much for spending your Thursday night with me. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Appreciate you sticking with us through the obvious ideal camera angle and, of course, the also intermittent that we had here at the ballpark to bring you the live stream. We appreciate your patience with that. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday night and tomorrow, Long Island. Good night and so long from BB&T Point.